The following may include subject matters of war, violence, loss, and adult themes which may not be appropriate for all audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
And welcome back, faraway friends. Welcome to Darkport, episode 1.
Yeah.
Of what is essentially our book 2 of our OG campaign. However, this is going to be a true episode 1. And so we are going to be not only reintroducing characters, we are going to be approaching everything as though many of our faraway friends, because we have many more faraway friends watching than we did when we started this shindig 2 years ago. By the way, this is our second anniversary. Basically, Darkport's birthday.
Yeah. It's the deuce.
The first Tuesday of September is when we started streaming in 23. So, thank you so much for that and making that possible. For real.
Yeah.
And to start on episode 1, because it takes one to know one.
Hey.
I'll see you guys.
Hey,
Have fun.
Okay, get off.
I'm out of here.
You're off the island.
Get out.
Or you're back to that. So
Who's coming with me? It's like no one.
it is still Gold, Green, and Red is still the campaign name, but the subtitle of this is When Dreams Bleed.
No islands.
And Donnie thought that was the title of the episode today. And
For some reason, you thought that was better than the whole story?
Somebody's gonna die tonight.
He's gonna die.
I have insomnia. I can't go to sleep.
So that is that section. However, you do not have to have viewed any of the other stuff. So we are going to we're going to explain that as we go along. And I think this is a pretty natural place to do that, honestly. And about the 2-year mark, it's good to refresh it. Anyway, we had not been in studio for this campaign for almost 2 months. So because it is now September, we adjourned in early July. So it was just good. It was good all around. It was good all around. So I may have a bit of ring rust with Gold, Green, and Red, but it is, it's my baby, ugly or otherwise. So I'm returning to it.
The Hephaestus of campaign.
Hephaestus of a campaign. And in that regard, Morgan and Alex over there at the Chaos Crew, our sister stream, thank you very much for being on this journey. We loved with us.
Love those guys.
Yeah. All of y'all.
Bros.
We loved seeing you over at Gen Con. We miss you. And although we had said this a lot, I'm going to confirm, and I think by next week I will have a date for when they can visit us.
Yay! Happy said Gen Con.
To go.
Yeah.
In Austin, Texas.
Got that for done. Yeah,
That's
forgot
a
that
gift.
for Dummy.
Thank you. I love
It's
it.
a nice.
They know the house well there.
Yeah.
Big griff.
No, and I can't. I have wanted. I've wanted. I've wanted our friends to be at this table with us since we started this.
Yeah.
This is part of why we. This is a big part of why we started Darkport, was to build a community.
You just tell them this is mine and Justin's seat, though.
Okay. nobody. But you.
I got it, Justin. We're good.
Little territorial over there. I love it. So it's been too long. He misses Titus too much.
Yeah, I need to get this energy out, man. I'm like a puppy.
So
Gotta run me around a bit.
I'm glad.
He's got the zoomies, just let him run.
I'm glad. Of course, always glad to have Briarwick Candles representing us.
Yes.
Justice.
And Mr. Darcy.
And also Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy will not be making an appearance tonight,
He
but
won't.
but Sydney had to circulate Mr. Darcy.
She's always
I have
thinking
to.
of him, so it's okay.
Which makes me kind of jealous.
The scent of Mr. Darcy.
I was not thinking of Mr. Darcy.
I know. I'm always thinking about Mr.
There was a
Darcy.
discussion about whether or not Mr. Darcy is in fact
yeah.
the most famous of the classical romance protagonist heroes. So
I gotta go Ebenezer Scrooge.
clearly.
The clear winner.
He falls in love with
But
Christmas.
it's
You tell me
it's
there's
great
a better-
for your own games, and if you don't necessarily want that candle, Miss Kate Glass, who is the genius behind that and the founder of that company, there is a melange of different scents to choose from over there. So go take a look.
Kotar, go on. Any bookish candle, you got it.
It's a perfect time for seduction for our Curse of Strahd fans over there. So
That's true. That's true.
it is prime time for seduction.
I really do love that scent.
I will be replacing it
Scent
in
as
my
well.
wax melter promptly.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Tonight, so we typically do a journal, but because we're resetting, we are forbearing on that.
Oh, we do. We got one.
And you have
You
one?
got one.
You have one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was a lot of text back and forth with everybody at this table, but we figured it out.
We got one.
Yep.
You got one?
We got one.
Well, there you go. Surprise! This is live television.
Hey.
In the book one of this campaign, basically, we'd been doing recap videos, and so I will be doing recaps natively at the table. That, among other things, that also helps everybody in the room because y'all would never see those recap videos. So that was one of the issues we ran into with them. Although I'm proud of them, and I think we did a good job with them, but. Everything has to serve the purpose.
Yep.
The greater good.
And
Which goes away.
there you go. We don't get to
Kill me. Like, I'm not gonna make it.
You're gonna regret putting me on this side of the table.
y'all. I'm already lightheaded, and we're 7 minutes into this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much that. What else you got for me?
Ready
to
the
have
journal?
fun?
Have fun? Yeah, we're ready for this
I think
new
we
book.
should start
Would you like the candle first?
candle.
Story time?
Story time.
Candle
All right, let's do it.
It's alive. It's alive.
Be who you are!
She's good. Hey, okay.
It's a little slow start.
Just
but
needed
that's
Break the rust off as well.
You'd have been dusted off a little bit.
Welcome to Terra.
Like the dust on fire.
All right.
Setting the dust on fire.
And I guess before we do the journal, then I need to metaphorically and perhaps somewhat literally set the table.
Level us up.
And
Where's it somewhere?
clearly, whose journal are we on?
It'll be mine.
It'll be a meet your journal. Okay. Actually, that's good. Some of the stuff, Sydney, since your character was technically Melissa, you're the newest player at the table, but your character is not actually the newest in this world. So some of this I will be telling from your perspective as we get back into it, because you're actually like the most outsidery of the characters.
I second that. I second that.
Second that.
Aye.
Randy, first one of the day.
The character has one eye, so
Yeah, that's great.
which we are well aware of at this table.
First one in 2 years.
Okay, so as we join this group, which is its sobriquet is usually the Fellowship, is how it is referred to.
It's trademark. No one else can use
I
that.
mean, clearly, you've never
one
heard
else has
that. You've
ever
never
used
heard that
it.
anywhere
Yeah.
before.
Originals. Yeah.
So
It just has a great ring to it.
the fellowship has been through many. You see what I put up with? The fellowship has been through many. The fellowship has been through many trials and travails to get to this moment in time. In fact, there were certain combats and moments and challenges that looked like it might wipe you from the face of the earth. The dream with a capital D, that is the point of the fellowship, the object of its defense and usually affection, was made generations before at the founding of their home city, Germentum, which means oath in Old Speak. And what is different now from then is that this fellowship has been tried and tested. You have several members who did not make it. The latest that you buried, actually,
Let's see.
at sea, just behind you. Yeah, just behind you. That was actually the last episode of the last campaign. Her duty done. She returns to, one could argue, her roots and her true love. Wait, that would be Wesa. And now you stand on the verge of what could have been the end of the last campaign. That is not the branching pathways that we took, which is fine. But you are approaching Visum, the town of Visum, which was founded as an exercise in church vanity or necessity, depending on whom you speak with. But it is rife with fanaticism and true believers.
Is that where my girlfriend, remember right? Actually,
Ooh, girlfriend. you
Lover
say.
boy.
Visum,
that would have been Leia, who is from a different. They went different place. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, your girlfriend went to a different school, I'm sure.
And Rosalie was.
She doesn't live in this
Rosalie, my
house.
girlfriend. Leia was her
And
mom.
you are in the process of saying farewell to other comrades in arms. One of the important features of this setting is that your characters are chosen, or known as chosen with a capital C. Now, in most D&D settings, anybody can adventure. You kill a couple goblins, you're level 2. You get a couple levels under you, and anybody can start tanking battle axes, etc. And there's a whole discussion about hit points. The way that we represent that here
He's killing our uncles.
is that these chosen are very rare. Although they are becoming more common. So they are literally superhuman. They are feared. They are people of legend. They have abilities and powers far beyond those of mortal men. And that is terrifying. There is talk now that in 2,776 years after the founding of the Empire, that a new age of heroes is upon the powers that be, whether they want it or not, and the earth has shifted under their feet. Whether or not the Empire, the Church, and its minions are able to snuff this renaissance before it happens is yet to be writ. I remind you, as I did 2 years ago at this very table, at this very time, that there is still absolutely the chance for failure and destruction. And one of the endings that we have for the dream is for Germentum to be razed to the ground and to be occupied. And you have done well, but you have done well as a group. And we may talk about fate points in a bit, but that does not mean that anything is guaranteed, far from it. And in fact, arguably your greatest antagonists are ahead of you. So, in that context, and since this is collaborative storytelling, if there's anything as we go through this, if there's anything that you feel that I need to explain as PCs, just prompt me. And because this is live and this is in episode 1, and it is very easy to forget once you've been immersed in this for so long that people who are joining us tonight have not necessarily had that benefit. Marcus.
Marcus.
Me. That's me.
There he is.
He's awake.
Let's go out.
What gonna do?
As the enormity of your comrade's sacrifice reverberates throughout the fellowship but begins to cool, you have a ring of station, not of any earthly station, but of a profoundly important one. You have the ring of heretofore always mistress of a special place called Tentrol Den. You are now master, ? Of it. If it even exists anymore. That part of the tale we will forbear on as to why and what happens, but that too has choices in the past that the group has made have had consequences for others beyond merely the Fellowship, and even Germentum. And Tentrol Den right now is a demon-infested hellhole, and is no longer a place where extraordinary children can go for shelter. And you actually were at the side of its very last mistress, Antonia, who died with the dawn. And she passed that ring to you, as was Devrin. So you have this ring, and you're beginning to understand the breadth and depth of it and its import. But as you do so, and as you know that your time on the Francus, on the ship, is drawing to a close, and soon you will be called heretic and apostate and worse.
Daughter.
What are you thinking about?
I am thinking about my family, about what we're doing here, what's at stake ultimately, and what we have to bring before us. Because it's not just about Germentum, really. It's about the fate of everything from this point forward. Because Tuea made a choice to be seen, finally. And it's time for her to be seen. This is the biggest place that she's going to be seen by the most amount of people, at least in my existence yet. And it terrifies the shit out of him. He is terrified of this place.
Okay, I was going to ask you, what are you feeling as you spy the town of Visum? What else?
He's also hardened, knowing that he's following a path that was chosen for him and that he fully accepts and moves along. He's reflecting on the people he's lost that's gotten here, the people at the bridge, the tower. Yeah.
And can you describe him for us, please?
Sure. He is roughly 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", broad shoulders, dark haired, late in his life, pushing 36 now, I believe.
Senior citizen.
Yeah, close for this world.
Just older
world.
for this
Very weathered skin, very salt of the earth kind of guy. There's nothing polished about him. He's worked in the fields all of his life, and it shows on his body. Nice dark brown hair, full beard. Yeah, dark.
Who is he with?
He is married to Alba, his wife of 20 years now. And they have 4 children on top of that.
That's beautiful. I was actually asking who is he physically with on the ship, but we'll go with that. But we'll go with that too.
Great. I love that.
Yeah, he has 4 children, and potentially if things go well, they're going to have another.
Yeah, woohoo!
They're ready for it.
Right. Still got it.
Indeed.
And then on the ship, I would be with Rex, talking about what's coming forth next for him, to see if there's anything I can help him with in the future. Because regardless of how afraid of this place I am, I know that I trust that we're going to make it through.
Okay. So that's where we'll start. And even though might be a little bit unrealistic, forbear with me, friends, and we'll play these out. And I might break my rule about no back and forth, like no flashbacks that I really try.
But yesterday, I had a great idea.
Yesterday. So you see Rex.
Wait, do we want to do the journal?
Not yet. No,
Okay.
Not yet.
Sweet.
Not yet. So we will wend our way over at a stately pace. So you see a brooding, dark-eyed figure with a staff and a pug who looks like he's physically adept, young, like late teens, looking out over the waters. I gotta go.
Oh no.
There's an Ansera nest to the west, and, well, yeah, you know. I gotta find places and do things, and I gotta be the next Archmage of the world. So, the last one found a way to cheat a god, so that's a low bar, right?
Well, I hear, yeah. I think you got it in you. I think you got it in you. What do you need from us? From me? What can I do for you?
And you're looking at Rex, who has a good shot at doing just that, of reclaiming a mantle that basically doesn't exist and has fallen into disrepair. The mightiest will worker, which is our word for wizard in this world, the mightiest will worker in the world. But it also the title, the station of Archmage, also holds a terrible burden and duty to it as well, an assumption of responsibility and risk that goes beyond a mere power. And as this boy, who is now a young man, looks at you, he looks at the others. I've already said my goodbyes to the captain, and just hear Frankus, and the annoyingly intelligent pug knows what's happening. It keeps trying to stand on Rex, and he sets him down again. It's going to be hard. Just tell Devrin thank you, okay?
I will.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck off now.
If you need a place and we're still extant, come to us. We're here, we're at, you have a home. Beyond 10 Troll. My family will take you in if you need it.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. He turns away from you and you see a little hitch in his breath. I feel like I've been walking my whole life. It was nice to travel with y'all for a little bit. Damn it, I'm saying y'all now. She's gotten me.
Damn Accordions.
He looks over at the captain, and almost like her enhanced hearing can hear it. She kind of glances at him with a little side smile. Okay, thanks, bye. And he gives you a quick hug. Aww. And then, not waiting and not wanting to get any closer to Visum, he dives off. Frankus looks at you, looks at the captain.
Off you going? Yeah, there you go.
Frankus, no!
I know I would do the same thing for me. I love that.
And Tigany looks over. Oh, fuck nuts! And she runs over. Did that crazy ass dog just go off and?
With him.
Oh, and she runs over there at nigh preternatural speeds, and then she too is chosen, enhanced. Looks over at the captain of this vessel. Well, I reckon that's probably the last I'm gonna see of Frankus, huh? I mean, and Rex.
I don't think so, actually. I have a feeling your paths are going to cross again.
That dog is already 16 winters old, Marcus.
Right. And the dog is going to live longer than all of us. You wait and see.
Probably. All right.
Is he so close enough to actually to do a bless before he swims out of range?
Yes, I'm gonna say yes. You could have caught him.
Way to guide his journey, give him strength, show him that we are with him.
And who is Tawea? What divinity do you remark on?
Tawea is the goddess of justice and truth, who I originally thought was Quaelathon in my life. And then it was revealed that it was not Quaelathon. And since then, I've fully embraced the idea of who she is and what she's about. Enough so that we're kind of starting a new following, slowly,
And that is part of what is absolutely terrifying
Yeah.
the establishment.
Bring back the old
That's kind of what's
gods.
terrifying to me too, actually.
Now that I'm saying it out loud, getting quite nervous.
Honestly, I really expected to be attacked at least
Say,
once,
at least
twice.
you're not sailing into a city of zealots bent on your
No,
assassination.
Things like that.
The bright side, they only want to kill
Could go
you.
wrong.
What could go wrong?
It'll only be my third, fourth, or fifth assassination attempt.
But who's counting? You know?
Got it. Not me.
Hey, it made a Tuesday great. You know, like it was interesting.
I'm gonna place the bless on Frankus.
On Frankus as well.
Yes, as you should.
Yeah, on both Frankus, and if she wishes, I'll extend it to her. She can choose to accept the bless or not.
To Antigone?
Mm-hmm.
She draws her breath in, and you know that the woman that you boarded the ship with would have politely declined, but even the 4 days, 5 days or so that you've been in one another's company has worked that subtle but undeniable shift in people's spirits who are open to it. And you see there's reluctance at first, and then you feel yes. And it washes over her. I don't think I'm going to get used to that. I'm pretty damn sure that you're the first true cleric in this world for about 200 winters.
I don't believe I am.
Huh?
The woman who gave me this ring was a cleric. She was the last emissary, and she was alive.
She went in this world, Marcus.
Fair, true.
Fair.
And so the audience knows, aside from Marcus, as far as y'all know, there's a very small exception, but basically, aside from Marcus, there is no healing magic in this world.
Good news.
So, what potions and unguents and such that accelerate healing are jealously guarded secrets. All right. So she turns away. All right, y'all. Let's be getting ready. I don't want to be sitting around Visum any longer than we absolutely have to. And
Was that the most control I've ever had over the bless spell before?
yes.
Like where I actually extended it and I could pull it back and push it out if I needed
Yes.
to?
And a dog.
And a
Who
dog.
cares about the dog?
First dog.
I mean, that's...
Take
You also
Way to go, everybody! Stop watching, Randy.
Animal cruelty.
Sorry, everybody.
You'll live till I'm 90.
Well, I was going to tell you a little something about your interaction with Frankus, but now, no, as you try, I don't think you've ever blessed livestock before, because the power is too new.
Don't tempt him.
However,
See you later.
You do.
when the bless goes over, you don't feel an animal, you feel a young human. It feels to you more like a young human.
Huh.
Wow.
So something has shifted there as well.
Doesn't feel like a cat would do that.
Okay, and as you turn, who is the first person that your gaze lands on?
Grip.
Sitting towards the aft. While I was watching their interaction, just kind of appraising Rex, waiting to see if he would acknowledge me or if he was presuming that he would be aware of my status, or at least that I had some relation to a former archmage. That he would. But
Did you have a conversation with him before?
I did not seek him out.
You did not seek him out? Okay.
And so I was waiting to see if he would seek me out, and if he didn't, that's fine.
To acknowledge that he has adventured with you, he may have given you just a single nod from across the ship before he dove.
I want to return it.
Okay. And he's off. All right. What are you up to? What are you doing?
I am
It's nearly dusk, for those of you who are wondering.
contemplating connection and how far I can go to protect it, how far others will go to protect it, and the disparate paths that one can take in pursuit of it.
And what would unkind eyes see as they look at you?
They would probably initially judge as some kind of monstrosity, some kind of inhuman or aberrant man beast.
Boy beast.
Boy, Teen Beast.
Fair enough.
We are canonically 411 over here, I believe.
That's not wrong.
Just imagine me swapped with tons of scales, and that's great.
It's funny because these two players are the same. If you swap them, they are the same heights as their
Characters.
very funny.
Coincidence.
Yes.
Really coincidence.
Yeah. So to those who would be possessed of more curiosity rather than judgment, they would behold a young seeming boy, clearly humanoid, but covered in a sheen of vibrant green scales, very heavily on his left arm, extending down his torso, the sides of his legs. The
heavier on the left.
Heavier on the left,
On the right. Okay.
lighter on the right side, kind of fading into like a lighter green pattern around the chest and on the insides of the scales, transitioning into skin. Close cropped forest green hair, suggestively reptilian eyes.
It was right there. I was just screaming in my brain.
So orangish, yellowish, goldish, with maybe a slight shift in the shape of the pupil than you might expect.
Okay.
He is clearly a youth, but is very well built for his very small stature, and is typically of possessing a kind of standoffish or fierce demeanor.
Yeah, I'm not picturing a whole lot of people around you right now.
No, probably not.
Okay.
Teen brooding.
100%.
The dowdy, perhaps somewhat clueless, now promoted first mate, Rixus, rudely breaks into your reverie, and he essentially looks like a massive, weather-beaten, bare-chested Santa Claus when he's on there. He too is chosen. He's one of the defenders of the ship and is a long time companion of the captain.
And he too prefers to go around without a shirt. So we
he's
we bonded.
Twin.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, clearly twins. You know?
Yeah.
And,
Where have you been?
Where are we going, Thunder? Lindsay's.
and he says, "What has your thoughts, boy?"
What you ate to get that belly?
You.
You can. I claw my way out.
And he just slaps it. Right. There's a little impromptu screwing around, a wrestling.
That's hilarious.
And that's pretty much the interaction.
Perfect interaction, honestly.
He at one point he has picked you up and rotated you completely over, as he outweighs you by about 250 pounds.
Bear hug his arm. He starts to shake me off. He tries to dangle me over the side. I don't let go.
4.5 feet difference in 200 pounds. So great.
And
Clings like a koala under one of his arms or whatever.
Where are we
tries to
going
shake him
next,
off.
boss?
and then over in this man who's possessed of, as you've seen in combat, a capacity for molten fury and a nearly irresistible physical resilience. Instead, just plays, playfully mucks with you and then goes on about his business.
I'm gonna get you next time.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
Cutest thing I've ever seen.
Gives him a nuggie.
Yeah,
All right, there, little.
probably. And
I'll make my way over to Marcus.
okay.
I assume he's still over there.
Mm-hmm.
You say bye.
To us, yes. To anybody specific now.
Well, I got a nod, so I think that means I'm cool.
I think so too. Well, that's not true. He did actually want to say thank you to Davern. But he's got a good head on his shoulders.
How's he doing?
He's scared. He's seen the enormity of what he's about to do. He's good. Yeah, he's strong. I blessed him before we went, giving him to know that we was thinking of him.
And he took it.
He took it. Yeah. So did the dog. I
Frank
didn't know I
is
could do
left.
that.
Oh,
He felt different to me.
less like a demon pug and more like an
More
angel
like
pug.
a person. More like a person.
A person pug?
A person pug.
Oh, that's way worse.
Yeah. He's gonna do well. Are you
Well,
doing
he'll
well?
probably last longer than all of us.
Are you doing well?
About as well as you, I take it.
I'm gonna insight it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Insight.
I got nothing to hide.
Are you pairing with deception?
17.
Yeah.
No, 18.
18.
Hey.
You would see a burgeoning resolution, a decision made, and a curiosity and a stress of like, what can we do now? What should we do now? How can I help? How can I-
The pug is not the only thing that has changed or shifted on on and around the ship.
About as well as you, I take it.
Royce's death was hard on me. Wasn't expecting it. Came out of nowhere. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm gonna get that witch.
yeah, we are. Well, let's get through this first.
So, what's the plan? Like, I know Wesa was Titus's advisor, and I don't really know what she did for him or if I could help. But
There is something that you can do for me, specifically, directly. And it's a matter of when we sleep.
yeah,
As I look towards Visum,
Yeah.
I'm
Which is rapidly approaching.
fairly certain they're going to try to kill me at least 3 different times here.
well, obviously, yeah.
And I
It's a
know.
bad idea to come here.
I've seen that stuff you put around you when it was time to attack. Armor or something?
Want to break in here real quick? Grim, thank you so much for 5 gifties. The very first grifties in this new look at the campaign.
Thanks,
Thank you very much, sir. You've been with us.
Yeah, sorry. So this is a little thing we'll do for out of character speak. I'm not really sure what you're referring to.
I thought you used mage armor before during the fights.
It was another spell. Will
Gotcha.
working.
Which is a mistake Marcus might well make.
Yeah.
No,
He may not know that it's only for a moment.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I could have sworn that you'd use this armor that you put about yourself. I see casters doing it occasionally.
mine is. It's more just like a spot, and it's right when I need it. But as far as watching you when you sleep, I mean,
I appreciate that.
I'm happy to stay guard.
I appreciate that. I
Dig you a
mean,
little hole or something.
yeah. We made it very homey, very like a burrow.
I'm pretty good at it, so you know.
I spent a lot of time
Say the
with
word.
Kifki, so listen.
Marcus Strahd.
We're in a really rough place, and I'm glad you're here with us.
I'm gonna do what I can. I don't know what that'll be, but I'm here.
You need anything, let me know.
I need you not to tell every single person you meet that you're the emissary of Toya.
That wasn't the idea, but yeah. But there's going to be a point when you have to say it bold and loud. You know that, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah, I'm not really too keen on the idea of just like screaming out to the rafters right now. But yeah, let's just walk in and see what we do. Oh, I need a diamond. I need a small diamond. I need one.
You have a house I could steal from you?
You got a dragon sword in there?
If you were passing by things, if you notice something, keep an eye out for it.
Something
Just
shiny.
Yeah, something shiny. Some gem store that we might go by. I need a diamond. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do.
All right.
I will not elaborate further.
Find a diamond. Okay.
It's
Do that.
it's for a blessing of Tuea. A very important one. A very important one.
It's like a component.
Yes.
That was the word.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the only one that I really need of all the things I do.
That's a hell of a thing to need.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Okay.
And who is watching this interaction?
Titus.
Okay.
He'll be over at the end, and he's just hearing Marcus kind of like, I need this and this and that. And he's also just really enjoying seeing Grip like entirely being on board with it. So he's not trying to interrupt. He's not trying to let it be known that he's seeing this, but he has just like an overwhelming sense of pride and like that kind of resilience that he always had for Grip, but not seeing him say "we" was a big thing for him, and that's kind of what perked up his ears. Of what can we do?
What does Titus look like?
He's about as short as Grip. No,
As short as me. Got it.
Titus is a tall, well-built warrior from Geramentum. He's the Lord of House of Vorn, 6'5", 6 foot, around that. He has red hair, red beard, shaved on the sides of his head. Also on his left eye, he has a scar where his right eye is green, his left eye is a powdered blue from like an old wound. He's dressed not regal, rustic patrician is what we've kind of always defaulted to. His armor is still very well made, but it also doesn't have the gallantry and gilding that you see on most things. On his hip as well is a very brilliant sword that he is seen talking to. And I believe that we'll get into that conversation rather than the description, but an ancient relic of Tuea, the same god that Marcus is the emissary for. He is the Bellator Sanctus, which is holy warrior, and was chosen by Tuea to basically protect Marcus. And
he is the closest thing he is this world's version of a paladin, which is called a Bellator Sanctus.
Yep.
Holy warrior. Yep, go for it.
Yeah, and he's just kind of enjoying it. He's definitely coming out of like the funk of losing Wesa. He's still very concerned. It's the longest running like person that he's had in his corner. But he's resilient, still just thinking about what to do, knowing about the rules that he can't break based off of his own commitment to the city of 4,000 other people that depend on him. Yeah.
What are his thoughts of his twin sister at home?
My twin sister, Livia. Throughout their entire life, Titus has basically been reliant on Livia and Livia on him for martial reasons, more so him doing the physicality of what it means to run a city and protect it, where she was more the administration side to make the city thrive and grow. And she was always the stronger one, in his opinion, and he always knew that. And recently, she was disfigured and harmed horribly by a potential suitor, who's definitely someone that we definitely want to kill. And one of the things that I think she found a lot of the value in her life has been her beauty. And now that that's gone, she's struggling kind of with finding that value again. And I think that if anyone is able to do it, to be that kind of resilience, it's her. And he's just hoping that he's strong enough to stand and help her.
Even worse for her is the loss of her magnificent mind and the fact that she's now in constant pain after her disfigurement. So it's very difficult for her to think. That she's struggling with the same potential addiction that eventually did your mother in, which was milk of the poppy.
Geramentum heroin.
Geramentum. And you have...
Lagnum. Yeah.
You have in your hands the scrolls, correspondence that she assiduously wrote back and forth to various important people, some of whom will be at this very summit, and then her own notes on these people that you suspect now on that her plan was always going to be to come here, even if she didn't tell you that. But the notes that she gave to you were her attempt to be with you, even though she can't physically be there.
Yeah, and the older parts of the notes are wrten in her perspective, so she would only know what it means.
Exactly.
I totally know exactly.
No, exactly. No, that's
and when I say
exactly
this, Titus, yeah. Most of his life has always been reading off of her brilliance, so he's very familiar with how to decode how she means these things.
Are you merely going to wait and just save your energy for what's to come, or are you going to approach them?
I would approach after a little bit and be
Okay.
like,
He walks up then at that point.
so, Grip,
Yeah.
thank you for taking it upon to watch Marcus when he sleeps. I don't think it would be always necessary, but we can take turns.
I mean, yeah, I do like to sleep too. Like, probably more than anybody else, so,
Totally.
that's, for the dream or whatever.
Makes perfect sense.
I know, makes
Yeah,
So Rex left.
He's on his way.
See,
Rex went with him.
I see you don't have a shadow anymore.
That's true.
The dog is gone.
It's gone as well.
Frank is with him.
No, did Frankus jump with him, or did he jump off?
He thought about it for a minute. Looked back, looked forth, looked back, looked
Just
forth,
jumped
looked back, looked
without
forth, finally
him?
left it.
That's a pretty big rail. That's quite a dog.
What's that?
Pretty big rail to jump over, and that's quite a dog.
He's a pretty spry dog.
Oh, he went between.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he jumped.
Always taking the easy route, Frank. God, coward.
But yeah, it was commenting to Grip that something's changed fundamentally with that dog. And I don't know what it is, but I think it's going to be good for him. Could it have become a familiar to Rex?
You don't have any basis.
Stuff does not exist.
I'm gonna let you at this point though. I'm gonna let you make an insight roll on the pug,
Come on.
on the former demon pug.
Insight would be an 8 to 9.
9
9.
total. Okay.
9 total. Here's more thinking.
Something flits through your head and you just don't know.
Yeah, glad you got he's gone. We're just watching Visum rapidly approach.
How much longer until we arrive?
You hear a boat comes out to challenge you, presumably from Visum. No threat on its own, but you see the two crews exchange crews. The two men in a dinghy in an oared dinghy, challenging the trireme, but they go back and forth, and they're essentially guiding them in to what passes as a dock over there.
So that answers that.
Yeah.
It is now dusk.
Can we talk tonight? I don't really
The summit doesn't actually begin until tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
just want to understand all of what's happening, if you're willing.
Absolutely. I would appreciate your help too. It's always good to have a second set of eyes you can trust. And for that, this meeting and what it is and what it stands for, we've all been on the way here our whole lives. We'll know what to do when the time comes. We always have.
We're all together, so that's better for us. We always do better when we're together than when we're standing apart. So
Agreed.
let's not wander away from each other during this time.
I was thinking about tying everyone together.
I'm down. Like the way that we came from pull-ups when we first came over to German, telling all the children to make sure they didn't get one.
That was good. That was Merrick's idea. That's great.
Ricinia, your essentially sensei, your mentor, but the woman who taught you how to use your body as a weapon, and unlocked the manifestation of your chosen essence. And you're now deep enough into your career, and you've seen enough to understand. She'll never ask you for anything in return. Indra won't. That's not her. But you now understand the profundity of the gift she gave you. Because really what she gave you was autonomy. Because unlike so many women in this world of muscle and blood, you can defend yourself, and you can go where you want, when you want, how you want. And there aren't too many people who can stop you. And she's pulled you aside as she's watched these threads begin to gather.
Brisenia was definitely on the edges, watching all their interactions.
And you are the latest addition to the merry band. And you come from a somewhat different direction, because both legally the owner, because I believe because you are still,
She still has the.
you still have the slave collar.
Slave collar.
Yeah. So, your and Indra's legal owner is one Lady Vale, who is many things in this campaign, but through choices and roles, some interesting branching, has become Titus's lover. And they are in the depths of a passionate, dangerous connection with one another, but one that seems to only be deepening. And your lady, of course, is riding back on her own, but she is coming back from a stunning campaign against the inhuman Utini, where
As a victor.
as the victor, where the odds were considered impossible. And that was a major arc through the last campaign. And in her cold, pragmatic way of assessing battle, she now counts herself as perhaps the most physically capable warrior on the continent. And she's quickened many, many times, more than a dozen at this point. So when we, quickening is leveling. So these characters actually feel kind of like Highlander, where they feel the rush of energy. They're stronger, they're more durable, there's a permanent increase.
There can only be one.
And fortunately, fortunately, more in this era.
Big guy.
And as she's riding her extremely rare equine, her horse, extremely rare, back down south to try to clear her head, figure out where her loyalties lie, who she is after everything she's been through, because it took her to the edge. Indra, who is her companion and sometimes lover, they have their own relationship with one another. And to further complicate it, that Indra and Titus also have their own relationship with the Lady's Blessing. And
The red hair, the ladies love it.
so she looks at you.
And the girls love it.
And Indra Starstep is not from any of these cultures. She is far from home, but she is adapted quite well, and she is, without question, Lady Vale's second, her strong right hand. So as she's pulled you aside, she says, Licinia, I'm not certain what we're going to find in Visum, but it's not going to be easy, whatever it is. I see they're already stealing a march, so to speak, setting up an actual camp of war. With all the upheaval that's going on in the city, of course she means Leptis Regium, which is the massive port city of quote-unquote the bad guys, of the enemy. So it's sitting at the mouth of one gulf, and Germentum is at the top of the same river. She says, with everything that's going on and all the tumult in the city, and the fact that that damn cult of the Blood Sun, you did incredible work. We did incredible work to get it to where it's at, and we decapitated the leadership. But it's like trying to kill every roach in a nest. And that seems to have started back up again. I don't know what Our Lady's decision is going to be when she arrives here, where I need to be deployed, all of that. However, you're strong enough now to survive on your own. I don't want you to be isolated, but I'm not afraid anymore. You're not going to fall from a single misstep, I don't think.
Hopefully not.
So, in that context, I'm making the decision to pass along, at least as long as these talks go, Our Lady's edict to me, because I may have to go back. They may need a chosen warrior steeped in the way of the fist to help them, and to ensure that our own household is safe. We have many vulnerable members there.
Likely you or I need to return.
Odds are good. But I am a foreigner when all things are said and done. You were born and bred in Leptis Regium. There can be no possible actual objection to you being present. And as this hysteria with foreigners is only increasing, I want you to make certain that Titus Vorn survives. Or you will.
Believe in their dream that much.
I believe that my lady believes in him that much. So, as to how you execute that, if you include this true cleric Marcus, the rest of them, that is in thy hands. However,
Understood.
that is important. Although I trained you, we are now on different paths. And I want you to, instead of being leery of that or being uncertain, embrace it. Find my way is the way of the fist. Yours will not be. But there is a way for you in this world, girl.
I can feel that has already been changing.
And she gives you like a rare, unabashed smile. And in that moment, she becomes a little bit less. She's still your mentor, but a little bit less your mentor and a little more your friend. I'm going to bid him adieu. Keep your vigilance.
Can you describe your character?
This is a nest of vipers. Just so.
Sorry.
No.
I want to make sure there's a reminder there.
That's correct, yeah.
I am playing Racinia of Leptis region. She is a 5.5 foot, paler skin, brown hair, brown eyes. We kind of use Leptis region as kind of like Rome. So it's very much along those kind of appearances. She's petite, and she looks unremarkable.
Yeah.
And in some ways has actually done that on purpose. Her clothes are loose and flowy, allowing her to move, but they also help hide some of the things about her, like the muscle tone or some scarring.
Does she have any scarring on her face?
She does have
She's
some
got on the neck. It's
on her
yeah,
neck,
just a little bit.
just barely going up into her
Okay.
to her right cheek.
So a keen eye might be able to surmise that she survived the plague, which sweeps through the city at some point. But yeah, and left.
She's got a quarterstaff, and she will use that to appear a little bit even weaker sometimes, leaning on that.
Trickery.
And
So
Indra, much taller than you, darker than you. As she turns to go, she puts her hand on your shoulder and lets it slide off, and that's her way of saying farewell. The legal fiction of her being a slave continues as she comes to you and she bows low and waits for you to acknowledge her.
Obviously, I would like hold her up, just like
Okay.
exactly what he would do in Jeremientrum is exactly what he's doing here now.
Okay.
And another very important part to note is Jeremientrum is the only city without slavery
Yes.
in this
that
world.
is important to know.
Yes.
And open teaching of the word.
Yep.
Secret of the word.
Secret
Literacy.
of the word. Literacy is very, very not common. But when you're teaching a former pig farmer, now emissary of Tuea, how to read and write, and it's
When you're teaching.
and there's I'm helping. He made the city. But,
true.
yeah. So the main reason for like that summit is they would allow us into the empire under the condition of us collaring half of our city, basically, if not more.
Converting.
So
Indra looks at you and she
yeah, when he moves her up to do that, he just hugs her because he knew that she was saying goodbye to Racinia, and it kind of like really taking her off guard from someone who's this proper, mechanical, logical person, and then
you feel her initially stiffen and then not completely relaxed, but ticks down, and she does return the embrace, steps away from you, although perhaps not quite as far as she should. And she attempts to read you. Do you parry her?
no.
Okay.
Hey, first GM roll. Woohoo!
First GM roll of the campaign is Indra Starstep. her insight. Okay.
Insight. That would be fun.
What's your EC? He's joking. 18.
She takes stock of your eyes, your diachromatic eyes, and she attempts to discern how you were feeling toward her in that moment.
And I would like to scan around to see what reaction there has been to any to that embrace. Like who is marking it as.
I'm also reading him
Okay.
during that.
Read off.
Give me a read.
Popular.
The library's open.
Yeah,
It's
give
a
me
walk off.
The library's open. Hopefully not that kind of read.
Library is open.
15.
15.
Okay.
That's probably gonna be high enough. As you look around, there are definitely a few heads that look over. This crew, having 2 chosen people in charge of it, are used to all kinds of crazy crap. But that actually turns more heads than like somebody casting a spell up here would.
I mean, we're not close enough for anybody from the other ship or from the
Visum.
shore.
No, and it's
No, they're in a dinghy.
and it's dim. Yeah, it's dimming. They're way ahead of you now. Just kind of they have a not a bullseye lantern, but just a lantern that they're suspending so that they can guide you in. And yeah, that goes wholly unremarked and unobserved from them. But the crew sees that. And what are your feelings toward her in this moment? Given that you started with honestly not that much experience with these kinds of relationships, and now you are in a very unusual situation because essentially you've come into a pre-existing relationship that ironically Indra runs, not the patrician woman.
I always saw it as that. Yeah.
Because Indra's the one, remember, who doesn't usually she doesn't have any desires of the flesh.
Yeah.
She loves Lucretia dearly. She loves your love dearly, and she would die for her. But the two of them, it's a very on again, off again thing because of that.
Yeah, and I think like the reflection of that too, of him like hugging and doing something, was her first arrival in Jeremientrum, carrying her bags as a patrician. It's just
right,
really
yeah.
falling within how he would like handle that. But
He's always probably really adored her. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he's always treated her really well. That's a
for
good
someone
point.
who's
That's a
a
good
slave
reminder.
too, yeah, it's just like, what are you doing this for? Is everything that he's done has been so unorthodox from what is normal in Leptis region, especially as a patrician status, But yeah, I think her looking at him and him kind of doing that is that he would definitely be able to say that he's fearful, but also compassionately resolved. Like, and his feeling towards her, I think his eyes would just kind of like shift to be more of a kindness and more of an open, and just like, you know what to do. Everything is done. Tell her I love her, and I love you too, with his eyes.
Okay.
And I think that that's probably the shorthand that they would have developed because
She's looking,
of how
yeah.
often, and it's just hers is, I'm imagining, to be quite stoned too, but.
She keeps in an almost an inordinate amount of, like almost uncomfortable amount of eye contact, where she's just staring and staring, even more than Lucretia would.
Mm-hmm.
Because unlike Lucretia, her feelings for you are much more steady and calm.
Grounded.
And then without any other word, she's 5'9", so she's actually quite tall. But you're 6'5", so she stands on her tiptoe a little bit, and she brushes her lips across your cheek.
He would as well, but I think the thing between both of them is what wouldn't be said is more potent than saying anything. I think that,
And the way that she lays her hand on your forearm, you know that she's going to be leaving soon. Maybe not that second.
Yeah.
This is her telling you farewell and be careful.
Yeah, and I think even then probably would be the finality of that, would just be like, we'll be okay.
And then Indra, the perfect majordoma, the perfect second, is there again, and she gives you stubbornly
Yeah, as she goes to
starts
bow,
to give you a
and
bow.
he pulls her back in as another hug. Aww.
You actually hear just a very, very soft.
Right inside.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You got it with the ladies, guys.
You got it.
All right. And then that person, that redoubtable human, slips off, and almost pantherine, she goes to the bow of the ship, and you wouldn't be so. You've seen your brother, Devrin, by the way, who moves in the male version, like the male version of that.
I want to say I'm down below an hour ahead, so I just want to. That's why.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
I'm going to take the first flashback advantage if I can get that.
Yeah. No, you were reading my mind on that. So
Don't get one.
Yeah.
you had seen her, okay, yeah. And I'm going to say when she had been below the last time she'd been below decks, you'd seen her leave, and you had that sense. You know, she gave you a nod, and basically like, stay vigilant. You know, but you got the sense she was leaving, as well.
Oh, okay.
At that point. Indra, one of her low-key like superpowers is being able to communicate. She's one of those people who can communicate an incredible amount without saying anything.
Oh yeah.
Because she actually, if you go back and through the last campaign, she doesn't have that much dialogue.
Like 4 lines.
Like last session was more dialogue packed into this character that last episode than all the other ones put together.
And I would have reflected a kind of like that nod of acknowledgement, yet knowing that, respect, like, thank you. Sort of thank you, and I acknowledge your leaving, and I appreciate what you've done.
There's a very, because you are a younger character, it's a very, very slight smile, along with that too, and you're also from the same culture.
Yeah. What does Indra see when she sees you?
Oh, we'll get there.
Okay,
That's good. That's
I can't
good.
wait.
That's good.
Got him.
So she's at the bow.
him.
That's good though, Donnie. She's at the bow, and certainly Rosinia, you would see in anybody who's paying attention. It looks like she's planning on, as soon as you get to the dock, or perhaps even before, she's going to make one of those fantastic leaps, roll, and be on her way. Actually, here's a question for you, Rosinia. First, kind of like tactical question. Do you want the couple members of the household who came with you to go back with her, or do you also want to be responsible for them?
She is returning to Leptis region
Yeah, she's going to
to
return
run the house.
to protect it, because there's turmoil in the city right now.
Yeah, she would. Rosinia would probably release.
To her care to go back
Yeah.
with Indra. Okay, all right. So
They're probably giving them the choice, knowing that we're basically going into a snake's den politically. So she would essentially, because there's like 4 of them, right?
they're like I think 4.
They're non-chosen too.
And they're not.
They're non-chosen.
Indra could probably use the help as well.
They're gonna go back with her.
Okay.
They're gonna go back with her unless you tell them. I need.
No,
I need help.
she'll approach the 4 of them.
There are a lot of chosen up in this
Right.
place. So they're like, you know what? We're good. It's probably
Different pay grade of activity.
yeah. It's like, we're half a combat round from being a greaser here. So.
We're missing the city.
Okay, so that's so I'll say she'll go on. She would have made preparation then, or she'll make preparation as soon as she hits. Arrange passage for them to take a boat, and then she'll be off on her own because she's going to make better time back to the city on her own if she pushes it. Okay, so that's going on, and you had a conversation. I feel like a
couple things,
a little bit before, yeah.
So maybe a torch before. I would have went to the captain ahead of time, got permission to go to the quarters.
In universe, torches used to take, the old inefficient torches used to take roughly 1 hour to burn down. That also is a callback to original D&D. So when we say one torch, we mean 1 hour.
1 hour before this.
Yeah, this scene
place.
Sure.
Goes by in a flicker.
Devron is visiting the cabin. As the audience may know, that his twin sister, they didn't know that, Wesa, recently departed us, her duty done. And he is contemplating First, kind of in his sorrowness, abandonment. I mean, his father, first his mother.
The original abandonment. Right?
Mother, then his girlfriend of long time that he thought he would marry, then his brother, now his sister. And towards the end of that contemplation, he's like, not this time. I'm holding on to you. He's thinking this process. He's looking over her affections, her possessions, her items, and is specifically drawn to the necklace. The necklace is a bronze or golden trimmed, from what I saw in the picture. Gold.
Yeah, gold.
And it has a turquoise, like, I guess, diamond kind of droplets hanging down from each.
Diamond droplet pattern would be a good way to describe it. Very symmetrical. Like it's almost geometric the way that it was crafted.
And he's touching it, he's feeling it, he's wanting to connect with her.
And being chosen, you can feel that slight tingle. And you know there's a specific word in, unfortunately not your language, in your sister's language, because you were raised apart, in your twin's language you were raised apart, for this necklace, but you can't think of it right now.
Even though I'm 100% literate in it.
It's
a special word.
It's a specialized word,
right.
yeah, and you can't, you're like, it's floating around in your brain. Go ahead.
So I'm looking at the necklace. He sets it down, and he reaches for a little pouch where he keeps items, possessions, and he pulls out the half a cord of hair that he took from her. And he pulls out a needle and a thread, and he looks at it, and what he's going to attempt to do, is he wants to create a layer of her hair on top of the necklace and bind it for now, maybe eventually have more of a permanent glue or something. But he wants to connect her hair, her essence, to the necklace. And he's feeling feeling quite inspired. I want to spend inspiration on this.
Okay.
And I want to attempt to bind that and make that part of the necklace as far as at least intent spiritually. I want my twin flame essentially to be connected there.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand roll with advantage.
Oh, and with advantage and my +8. Great. What is it, 8, right? Yeah.
Whammies.
Hey-o. 20. Yeah. Nat 20. Nat 20.
Oh.
And a 19, and a 18 and a 20, and a
Nice.
+1 on my inspiration, so still inspired.
21.
So 21. Plus my sleight of hand, which is
pretty good.
yes, it is a +8, I believe. Yes. So 29.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Holy moly.
The DC was 30.
I'm sorry. It falls apart in your.
So when this scene is over, Corey, make a note of that roll. So you start to feel this peculiar, almost gentle rocking in your body, and really in your mind. And as you look down, it's your fingers. You can see your fingers moving. And I don't know if you've ever had this happen to you in real life. I suspect you probably have. Maybe there's been like intense, almost otherworldly moment in like a chess tournament you were in or something like that. Yeah. And you just see your hand moving, and it's both intensely you and also something totally different. And you see the thread, and you could not swear in that moment where the thread ends and her hair begins as it's going through. And your eyes should be blurred with tears, but for some reason, the tears only seem to amplify your focus and intention.
Do I see any?
You come back for the second pass on it.
Any essence, any residence of a connection to her, even wherever she's gone to? Is there any spiritual connection there.
What there is a thread, because this necklace was so important to her.
Mm-hmm.
There's a thread that runs from this necklace to some place and the only home that she actually ever really knew, which was Geramentum.
Okay.
Because the place that she was born in was not her home.
Yeah.
And you know that now. And there are it answers one of the long-standing questions about why didn't she ever go back? Because remember, Wesa was much, much more reserved than you, and she was not her. Yeah. There were places in her soul that were off limits to any other person, and no matter who they were. And one of the things that would periodically come up is, why haven't you gone home? And now you know, because it was not home. She was home. She was just not willing to say that out loud. Yeah. Not really. And you finish and you feel, honestly, like you feel very good. You feel a certain, but you also feel drained. You feel this real, true, like spiritual lassitude stealing over you. And you can feel, it almost feels like you've just woven another layer of energy and intent
into it somehow.
Into
some sort of weird will working that I don't even know about.
Yeah. Right.
You know, I don't get it.
Sewing.
You were there for like a full torch doing that.
With a sigh of relief that he didn't.
No, you did magnificently. Yeah, you didn't mangle it.
Remember, he had a master seamstress he lived with, his cloak, so he had a little bit. But with that,
actually, yeah,
he touches his heart and he puts it around. He wants it next to his heart.
Okay. Are you wearing it underneath, where only you, or over where other people can see it?
From a practical chafing standpoint, tell me long term, does it matter?
You can adjust your clothing. You can adjust your clothing where, like, you could cinch that part harder so it's not running.
For now, I'm gonna wear it outwardly.
Okay.
But I actually down the line, I want it as close to my skin as possible. To be honest, from just a energetic perspective.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
He will look over the dagger, and he will mount that dagger on, knowing that we're going into combat.
Her dagger.
Looks like a nice dagger. We'll put it on the other side.
Oh, it is a nice dagger.
Body ain't even cold yet, bro. I'm taking her stuff.
It's not taking her stuff.
Rolled it to him. That's his only living resident.
Totally. And the armor, he's going to actually find a place to. He normally would actually, if he had the time, he doesn't, but build a mount almost like the samurai would do to put a piece of armor on.
Yeah.
But he's going to look. He would honor it, and so he's trying to find something that he could put it where it would be safe and honorable in the captain's ship if possible. And he looks, and he actually gives a slight grin.
And so we need to tell our audience two things. One of them is that this looks like a green dragon scales. This armor.
It's brilliant, beautiful.
And it is it was and is somewhat still a one of a kind piece in this world that was not made by Wesa.
No.
It was made by her mentor.
Gift.
And then altered to her. And then someone.
I thought y'all were laughing at what?
Somebody.
Wait a second. What the deuce? Somebody
went to great lengths to carve out a piece of
like
this
a pumpkin,
mystically enhanced armor out right above the heart.
Now, I just wanted to cut off a little piece of it, but the dice didn't let that happen.
Well.
The dice decided. The dice decided.
Advertising there for.
That's right. For the dice decide.
Decided.
Go check them out. And now you.
So Devrod actually gets very angry for like 5 seconds, and then there's an irony and he just laughs like this chuckle grin, and maybe the outside hears it as he finds the dark humor in all of this, and he finds appropriate place to mount it, and then
That you wanted it over your heart. Yeah, that you're really thinking about having something over your heart. Now there's this hole in the armor over the heart. Yeah, that's perfect.
So I have that exactly, and I'm gonna turn and I want to go seek out Grip.
Grip. Okay.
Time for fighting.
All right.
People grieve in different ways.
And as you emerge from it, what does Grip and the crew see?
So, what they see is a 5'6". Think of like a wiry rock climber build.
Oh, that's a good way to put it. That's a good one.
And he has milky chocolate skin. It's kind of that. His skin is actually very kept up to date. He applies stuff each night. He's been taught well.
He's got a beauty routine.
Nailed a beauty routine.
That makes
cucumbers.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Colin fruit wraps.
That was herbotic.
The scrubs. Yeah, I love that.
His eyes are.
Everybody, he has the white sheet mask.
His eyes are let me get the exact words here. Almond with amber. The exact color of his twin sister Wesa.
Yeah.
His hair is jet black and comes down to about a little below the shoulder length.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a very finely made mastercraft, even deep dark emerald cloak. So it's a deep green cloak. And
I need to remember to give you more grief about that cloak because people are going to want to steal it. I forget how nice that was in your back.
As long as they don't take his routines.
Take his creams.
He has full lips.
In fact,
his lips are very full, and he's about 5'6" in height. So that's
okay. So he's coming up, and he moves well.
Massively tall.
He moves very well. He now has a dagger on both sides of his belt, and
one of those daggers, of course, Titus and Marcus and Grip would all recognize because it's Wace's envenomed blade.
And you also see the necklace, and you see him drained. And I'm not sure if you noticed anything has been modified on the necklace at this point, but he seems drained, but determined to seek out Grip.
All right. You find the man, the myth, the legend.
Grip, my friend.
The boy, the muscle, the scales.
Everin? Are you holding up?
I am okay. You are magnificent. Do not let anyone else tell you otherwise. You have gifts, blessings from both Wira and Talak. At least you manifest such. And
the wind and the water.
Wira is the goddess of wind, and then Talak is water and rain.
There's a lot of gods in this world.
I actually knew that one.
Proud of you.
That's why I'm here, Devrin. Because I will not be seen as anything else.
Nor should you.
Nor should I.
Or anyone
Or
different.
anyone. And he's gonna take a long look at you, really, maybe even for the first time, and just you understand.
I do. We have much in common, I think, that we have not discussed, including our raising of, let's just say, a father entity figure. Different ways.
I don't know about that, but I know what it's like to lose a sister.
Yeah, same. I was doing the dad thing with him.
Thank you for your words.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad you're here. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you're here, Devrin.
On the note of words, Rex actually has wanted to say thank you very much for being there for him during one of his dark times. He's gone now, but he wanted me to leave that to you.
Oh.
He had things to do.
Understand. He owes me a read in the future then.
Well, we know where he's going, so we'll get there.
Yeah.
Well, the
so-
necklace looks good on you.
This is all I care about.
It looks good on you. It fits you.
It's going underneath soon, because I want her close to my heart.
Sure.
Might think about the Greaves, too.
Those are not... I do not know if I'm worthy, and at best I would be a steward, since they are technically owned and possessed by her mentor.
A little less so now, but, we won't tell her about that.
If anyone could have it, it'd be you.
And if it keeps you safer, use it, worthy or not.
We need to get it back to Germentrum somehow.
There is a complication. I'm not sure how useful it is or isn't. But we all need things that keep us close to people we love. I understand that. I really do. He gives you a wily grin.
Just gonna nod.
I haven't had a chance to read through the death poem yet, but when I can, I'll get a chance, Lord Titus.
Yeah, I'd like to see it too, if you think it's appropriate.
And looking on to all of this, observing things.
As always.
One might even say, okay, I'm doing this once.
Okay.
One might even say, keeping a close eye.
We did it,
I can do that for you.
Oh, no.
Yeah!
Never.
A certain additional fighter, additional, one might even say monk type.
Keeping a watchful eye over everybody.
We got 3. Is observing these developments.
Cyclops.
Yeah.
Who is this presumed human, and what do they look like?
So Mitra is, how tall are you, Toby?
5'11".
Yeah. 5'11", semi-androgynous looking person. Kind of like a darker complexion, very Persian looking face, and borderline black to very deep purple hair, medium cut, wavy.
Kind of depends on how the light's hitting it, I think.
Yeah, it really depends. Very loose clothing, also kind of like purpley with some like gold accents around. Very, not so much of a strong build, but more of like an acrobat's build, if that makes any sense. But can definitely pack a wallop when need be. Again, under clothing, much like Ricinia, very scarred underneath, very burdened with not only physical pain, but knowledge and wisdom as well. Very profound kind of like, knowledge and wisdom.
One of the older members of the
yeah.
fellowship.
You're an old lady. Like late 30s at this point in time. And as you kind of like observe some of her like her scarred features, everything, you kind of there's a little bit of a one thing you can't really ignore, and that is her missing eye on her left side of her face. It's kind of it's raw, definitely like healed over a long period of time, but there's just an empty socket there.
There's a tale associated to this. They want to watch it.
Oh yeah, and there's
wonderful.
a bit of like a little extra scarring around it, but it seemed like it was brutally removed, forcefully removed, one would say.
Enucleated.
Enucleated. There you go. That's perfect, actually.
Did someone get a thesaurus over break? You're on fire tonight.
No, that was always that's all me.
And
I'll own that one.
her more intact eye is kind of like a very warmish orange.
Yeah.
Almost like a sunset-ish orange. And very keen on watching everybody and observing just the area, very vigilant. And yeah. And
Are you writing right now?
yes, actually. I'm writing this very entry, I would say. It's very like
We're very last minute.
very topical, actually.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, you want to do it?
Oh yeah.
All right.
So as she is writing, as she's finished writing all of
So
this,
funny.
there's ink stains, and it seems like her hands have seen not only fights but also have been in the library for way too long.
I do not want to piss this librarian off.
No, never, ever, ever. So here's this wonderful journal entry. Session of Geramentum Politics, Dynamics, and History with Lord Titus. This part in particular caught my eye.
Number 4. Have you heard of the Utini?
He paused. The name Utini appeared to have aged him greatly. Perhaps as some great weight is still on his shoulders. The fire crackled in response of his gaze.
When they used to raid, they would take the most glory by finishing the kill with their tusks. That was a horn like protruding from their faces, tusking. It was the savagery that I used to find horrific. They were primal in all aspects of combat. Raids at night mostly. I was fighting them since I could swing a sword. They gave me this.
He took a moment to gesture to his scarred left eye. A coincidence of our appearances and shared honor to our cause.
They saw no difference between Myrmidon, men, women.
He paused and looked up at the sky, but when he met my gaze, I knew he didn't need to speak upon the rest.
I have a ward. I'm sure you've heard about him from either Marcus or Livia. His name is Jerem. When I found him, Wasa was there. Might be why it comes to my mind. There was a group of slavers when we entered the house. They surrendered quickly. When I saw what used to be Jerem's family, I took the leader and dragged him inside. I don't remember what happened. It was all red. When I came to, I was holding his jaw. I was Ripper, Terror, Destroyer. I was primal, savage. I think I felt that, what it's like to tusk an enemy. It was sublime horror of what a man can do to another without remorse.
He stopped. A gaze into his own mind, no less, grasping at what actions he's wrought. He exhaled slowly. I spoke up. All destinies change.
His, yes. And all the others in my city. If one merchant of the soul can make me kill without remorse, what of a city of them? These vipers will kill you while they smile. They don't have a bond to honor. I can't allow them to collar and chain those I love. Those I must protect. I feared it must be war, Mitra. I feared the savagery.
This young ruler has a soul torn apart by what he interprets as savagery. Who he is today is a result of it, I'm certain. Destiny has molded him into a leader. And that'll be the end of the journal.
Ooh. Wanted to surprise you.
I
Love
say
that.
that is a brilliant, brilliant conceptually, and I love that you're taking chances and that you're pushing the boundaries of what tabletop RPGs do and are. That's excellent.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Dramatized audiobooks over the
And
break.
As she's finishing this journal entry, she'll put things away and they'll fix their hair, check the fingertips, and go, And
sometimes you don't even remember where it comes from.
yeah, it's like it just appears.
It's just there.
It's on their hands somewhere. I don't know. But they'll get up and from outsiders who are not from Germantum realize that she is definitely not from around here.
Not from these parts.
Yeah, not from around these parts. She is from the Death Tamers, a faction of them, even. So, you can surmise the name Death Tamers that they have a different point of view on the dying and the afterlife.
Whom do you approach?
I will be. I'll be approaching the group.
If anyone. Okay, so
silently. I assume everybody's on the table. She'll give a nod to Titus, close her journal, stick it behind. As she's like readjusting herself, she kind of like massages like an old wound in her back, just out of
an old wound.
Old wound,
That's
to say the
crazy.
least.
I wonder what happened.
All right, and that seems to be a good place to pause for intermission. Defiant Chaos DC.
Yay!
He has
Chaos!
joined us as a member on YouTube. So
Yay!
always happy to have that. Glad you're there. Glad you're also safe. You should for the newcomers, you should let them know about Dark Zebo in the chat and the days of the Dark Zebo. So I'm glad that we no longer have a member who might kill themselves while they're watching.
Yeah, literally.
So that would be
Loves
real
to hang
scary.
out on the roof.
Be real scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
that roof, buddy.
fall off that roof. Okay, so we will see you in a few. Come on back, and we'll continue the tale.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, guys.
That was great, guys.
Eldritch Foundry is evolving. Bringing you a virtual army of miniatures like never before in full tabletop-ready color. Paint your miniatures in our upgraded creation tool, then bring them to life in stunning one-to-one detail as 3D printed miniature masterpieces. With complete control over your digital color scheme, you can point and click for simple color fills or go all in on highlights, shading, brush techniques, and more. Create epic heroes and madness-touched monsters that are truly yours. Miniatures are 3D printed in perfect color detail using a new PolyJet 3D printing process, giving you unique, bespoke models ready to delve into any dungeon as part of your next campaign. Everything from one-off player characters to dungeon mobs and boss-level monsters that will make every player in your group jealous. But that's not all. You can take things fully digital and export into leading VTT platforms such as Tailspire and Roll20 to take your games and your custom miniatures wherever you want. Join the adventure of a lifetime. Back our campaign today to help us bring this stunning revolution in custom miniature design to reality. With Eldritch Foundry, full-color 3D design and printing.
Welcome to Constructed Chaos, a D&D live play channel where you get to control the game. Join us on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time for our in-person live stream that allows you to influence our adventures in major ways. From alternate plot points to rerolls to absolute chaos. And tune in on Mondays at 7 for our brand new Chat Plays D&D format where you get to roll the dice and pilot the characters themselves straight from the live stream chat. And between it all, there's tons of homebrew content and guides that we release every single month. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, go out there and make some chaos.
Our voice to greet the rising sun. Your splendorous touch burns away the dark. With a soft golden hue, your world is made anew. We follow the path you've laid.
Faraway friends. So we have a tradition here at Darkport, which we are carrying on into this book 2 of Gold, Green, and Red. And that is to vote on a most valuable player. And so at my home game, this looked very different. And it was as part of something else called a learning curve, which we may get into at the very end of this, and certainly off camera we will. I have some ideas for that. However, for the moment, most valuable player is for you, the audience, to give us feedback about who you think did the best job that night. So it can be something, it can be innovation, it can be intensity of roleplay, it can be some longtime viewers, they're really into the tactics of it and, how well they're doing defending the dream. Really, it can be whatever criteria you decide, but it is a wonderful time. It's actually very helpful to us when we get the feedback to know, what's resonating. Obviously, in the comments, we're not gun shy either. I personally have a hide like a rhino. So if there's criticism, if it's you're talking too quickly, or you're not painting a good picture, or
comment
whatever.
that under someone else's video.
I want to know. I want the unvarnished truth. I want to know that too.
Mm-hmm.
But specifically, I do like to highlight the stuff that's really landing. So in that context, our last MVP. So technically a reset, but the last MVP was Tobias, was Grip.
Woo! Oh my god!
Well done.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
And so what the players do with that is they have morale points, and they get to spend them, like
I just did.
Corey did. And it's basically an additional die 8 to almost any roll.
You need to declare ahead of time.
You do, yeah. You have to declare it ahead of time. And that's kind of that. All right.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, congrats. You're welcome.
Well done. And well earned. So I guess we're doing we're lighting the candle, huh?
Candle of
Was it the jazz hands?
Also, if this is your first episode, we do that every time that we come back. If we say it before the candle's lit, it's not canon.
It's not canon.
It's not story.
Then we have to go back and
canon candle.
redo it.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
A lot of editing, which we don't do any
This
of.
is live. That actually happened one time where we didn't know that the
Candle was
stream
lit.
had failed for a bit. Well, it had failed for a bit, so that was the whole thing. Alrighty. Right. So it's pretty gloomy now. And Mitra, you were going up to
Just the group, but mostly
okay.
Titus.
To the group. Got it. All right. So we have the full fellowship assembled. Have at.
Everything is written down. I've did my studying. I'm ready for tomorrow.
As ready as it will ever be.
I concur.
Now that we're all here, we should talk, right?
Do we have a plan?
Dead silence indicates otherwise.
We need to know what they are before we begin to speak our piece. I don't think that we should hide from our conditions. I know we can't defeat them on an open field, but hopefully we can through persuading.
Anne-Marie Rogers, thank you very much for $10.
Yeah!
I think someone might know who Anne-Marie Rogers is, but yeah.
Anne-Marie Rogers.
Here, it looks like Anne-Marie. Okay. All right, go for it.
I think it's best for us to be ourselves.
Yeah, it is, but I feel like we should have some contingency plans for the base of attack. I know they're going to attack our natures. They're going to attack our allegiance to the city, my personal, your personal religion.
Do we need to mention such?
That's what we're here for.
Well, that's kind of their whole deal.
Yeah.
Can't
Also,
hide from the light.
Angel, Lady Livia sent a bag of money with me that I never found out how much was in that. One of the last things she gave to me before we left Geramentum.
Yeah.
For expenses that we might have, things of that nature.
And there were some
Dog
gems.
exercises.
Dog exercises.
It's getting pricey.
There
Was there a diamond worth 300?
there were some gems in there for light currency, actually. So you probably have about 150 sesterci in there. We don't really do coinage in this campaign because it's for the most part that on that level it's kind of irrelevant to the narrative, but
in the city for the most part.
Yeah, in the city really doesn't. But yeah, you have about 150 sesterci, and then you have probably actually far more in gems.
Any diamonds?
No.
No.
That would be hilarious.
Too
easy. Like, by the way, Grip, don't worry about the diamond.
The
first flashback of episode
150 as well, so.
You probably have another, we'll call it another 500 in gems.
Okay, gotcha. So she sent a sizable amount of money for us so that if we need it, we can do what we need to.
Mm-hmm. Defiant Chaos just sent us $10 New Zealand.
Ooh.
And he says, we do not hide, we know. Being defiant.
Thank you, sir. From New Zealand.
This is ominous. It's like an omen. This is crazy.
I'm not suggesting we hide.
I feel defied.
Which cards we reveal versus which cards we keep for later.
They've heard our stories. They have spies. They know who we are.
If my people have heard about Juramentum in some way or another, there is an even better chance that they have heard more.
Not with the church alone.
Bringing him? He looks over at the unicorn.
Oh, the unicorn's
left.
gone.
Oh, the unicorn's gone.
The
Okay.
unicorn's gone.
Yeah, I mean that's a
different story.
That's a Prince Ali entrance, you know. Tight as the red.
I think my only question, just to start, like, what are the lines that you cannot cross? Like, what are the unmentionables? What are this point no farther?
Olivia said it that they want to call a slave a people.
Well, I mean for you personally, but also no one marches on Juramentum. If someone marches on Juramentum, we've lost. That's a different fight. So that's not the win condition here. So how do we stop it from marching on Juramentum? What do they want? They want us dead?
To barely bend the knee.
They want to
To
be
comply.
reincorporated into the old empire? But not all of them do that. Some of them want to be independent. And so do we.
The old empire is obsessed with conquest. It's their venom. They'll do whatever it takes to anyone who's new.
And they've been feasting ravenously for millennium, and they are crumbling. They cannot sustain the appetite. Yes, they would still conquer, but Leptis Regium thinks that their only path forward is back in their warm embrace. But
Present an alternative?
we are going to, this city, your city, if given time, will be an economic powerhouse. They fear that. They want to control that. So how can we convince them that we are of more value as an independent ally, as a trading partner, owning the Kogi? Mutually assured independence.
Well, I don't think that might be an option given.
Oh, it might be, actually. There might be a bit of it. We have seen Qatar, I think.
The Kogi River, the river that you're on, brings you to the shores of the docks. Keep going.
Who is it that took over Pulux?
Zahar.
So Zahar has been making encroachments into the land, claiming up bits and pieces of things as they go along. So far, there's been no answer from Leptis Regium, and we can leverage it as a way of acting as a bulwark.
Zahar is an independent city-state, which is where Devrin is from.
They are also the ones responsible for maiming your lady sister. The reason why she cannot be here.
So what are we going to propose to them? Being an ally to them, just so they can leave us alone, just to defeat Zahar?
Or even a group of chosen who can do many things.
First, we have to sell the public on the idea that Zahar's an actual danger. Why we're going to have to sell them on that.
And that it
Well,
is
I don't
more
think it would be
dangerous than worshipping a false god, in their eyes.
Right.
Well, we could convince them that they're worshipping someone that doesn't.
Are we staying on the ship tonight?
Is it possible did Indra already leave?
Yeah.
If she could,
Indra's
someone could have scout silently so we can know what we're walking into.
Would you be willing to do that?
It would be wiser for me to do that.
What about both of you?
I'll go with you.
Oh, yeah?
What about all three of you?
Politically, I am here to protect you, Lord Titus. Or Lord
Vorn.
Warren.
Yeah.
She wouldn't use his first name.
Yeah.
But it is dangerous for me to be seen in walking in with you.
Because of your house?
Yes.
And you shouldn't probably be seen with any of us at this
Well,
point.
I'm new, and I go very quietly as well.
We can also take multiple avenues. Just a bit. You go to one tavern, you go to another, start feeling it out. Because I have a feeling it's going to be the people that they're going to try to rile against us. Because when you have the people's strength behind you.
You think that
From everything I've heard, it feels as though the people are not aligned with them.
Not all of them. Enough of them, though.
Patricians, especially in cities like these, treat them down.
Above board, what do I know about Visum?
That it's dominated by the Church of Light. That there are that although the one big schism in Visum is that it has the largest, ironically enough, the largest population of 12th Lighters, which are sometimes considered apostates by Mother Church. So they moved here as this was the last, essentially the last stop in what they consider civilization.
Yeah, the satellite.
So there is an inherent, because it's Leptis Regium, Leptis Secunda, which is kind of like the colony of the colony, which is still a city in its own right, and then Visum is much smaller.
Okay, so it's, how big is it, or small?
You're looking at it, and make a history roll for me.
History.
It's
I would
low
like to-
DC, because you'd probably know this, but you might not, because you've lived in Leptis Regium your whole life.
The dice would say otherwise.
Right, you didn't get out much.
It is a 9.
Can I take a job?
9. You can. It's a higher DC for you.
That's fine.
Because you're not from the area, but go for it.
Would anyone
I was gonna
on the
say
ships?
too. Yeah.
Is it knowledge that would have been spread?
If she asks, but she hasn't yet.
Okay.
17.
Okay, you're trying to remember what you've read and what you've heard, and you would put the population around 400, which is about a tenth the size of Germentum.
Oh, so it's tiny.
Tiny,
Yeah.
tiny.
Okay,
Village. It's like a village is up to 100, 150. You know.
New people on a typical day are not gonna go unnoticed.
They aren't. So a couple things for y'all as your planning strategy. One, there is, and you'll notice this in order of kind of descending order of passive perception, but eventually all of you would notice this. That
The last to notice. As always.
You're just told.
Yeah.
as you see, yeah.
What was that? You're like, oh, I see it now.
My eyes are bad at night. Yeah.
There is a small but nimble ship that's maybe half the size of the 2/3 the size of the Francus, and it looks like it's going upriver, so it's going to pass you. And as it passes you, even in the nighttime in the dimness of night, you can still make out the colors that it's running. They're red and black. You see the sigil that it's displaying is a gauntleted hand holding a whip, and there's a muzzle hanging off of the hand. And that's going.
So they're the nice guys.
Is that one of the house sigils?
It
Is
is.
that just?
And well, I would know that.
It absolutely is. It is House Tyrannex.
Fornix.
Yep.
I would know which one that one is.
Yeah.
And how do you spell that?
Oh, go ahead.
Torinix.
You.
And you see that headed as though it is headed toward Germentum. Now, obviously, there's also Sahar, so that would be the more logical place for that to go. But it is headed where y'all have already kind have already come from.
Is it a military ship or more of a merchant?
No, it's too small. It does look well defended, but it is essentially a merchant ship, a merchant vessel. It doesn't have any of the ballista or other armored defenses that a military ship might. So that goes by, and as you're looking, so you see Visum. We'll call it a village on steroids, but you see this, it's like four kind of villages touching each other, and then it has a square.
Town square.
Town square. So it's a very, very, very simple layout. It probably literally just started as a row. Pollux is about 100 people where you come to your hometown. So it probably started out as Pollux, and then another Pollux, and then that's how you got to 400. Just south of that, it looks like there is a full-on camp. So for those of you that it matters for, it is a very close to a Roman military camp with a few differences for technology, but essentially that Titus, because you actually have the custom tactics skill and are proficient with it. In this campaign, I tend, if somebody's proficient in a skill or something that they absolutely should know, I sometimes don't have them roll at all.
Yeah.
So it's like bedrock to the Empire. That protocol is that they set the camp up exactly the same every time, so that no matter how the enemy attacks, no matter how much confusion there is, everyone knows where the weapons are, everyone knows where the commander is, et cetera, et cetera. All of that is,
they have good
is
SOP.
right there.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not this particular, in this era of the late Empire, where discipline is degrading and just all basically everything is a step down or multiple steps down from Prime Empire, that's, you don't know if these particular people held fast to that, but that's what the protocol is supposed to be. So you see that camp set up. The camp is blazing with activity, and they are. You have a feeling that at least part of the summit, some unofficial piece of the summit, might already be underway.
Yeah, I think when we would all notice that, it would kind of just be like, I think that they've made up their mind regardless.
And then
trying to play them.
That's not good.
Finally, you see what looks like a dreadnought from the same house, from House Tyranix, and that has rows, batteries of ballista. It has catapult on it. The sides are heavily armored, so this would not be a fit vessel to take out onto like open.
Yeah.
But it's a great
river. This is a river siege.
But it's a river siege vessel.
Armor.
Right.
Yeah.
And it looks like the belly. So it's so huge, and I'll have to get I have a number in my head. I think it's accurate, but I don't want to say it on stream because I might be inaccurate.
Cannon's lit. It's canon.
So I'm going to I'll find the number, but I'm basing this off of the giant. Ironically enough, the massive Chinese merchant vessels, which were stupidly big.
So big.
Massive.
Never came back.
And so the gangplank would be ridiculous from that height. So instead, there are different sections of the belly
that just open up.
That can be laid down and that can be opened. And it looks like at least one of those sections has been opened, and you see a steady stream of people coming out, disembarking.
Troops. People or troops?
Make a perception roll.
Sure.
Yeah.
Roll that dice.
Get that perception.
Pretty good.
Yeah, decent.
Pretty good.
15.
Yeah.
So you've seen, let's see, what have you seen? You haven't seen any of the, I don't think Marcus has actually ever seen Legionnaires, like regular Legionnaires. You've seen the Yahoos supporting the bad leadership in Pollux. Okay, so
what about on the island?
You were looking. Oh,
were they Legionnaires?
Good call.
Vorn?
Island.
Well, they were house
ragtag.
Okay, so you're looking at people, and you're seeing still kind of this red and black motif, although actually with a rank and file, it's not going to be nearly as polished and they're not going to be bedizened or anything, but they kind of keep this theme of red and black. and they're quite disciplined, and there is a sharpness to their movement, and really, I'll finish the description. Give me an insight check.
Insight.
Can I call in Tuea's gifts?
As you're observing them, you do have a moment. Will you explain that to the audience?
Tuea gave me a cantrip that allows me to gain expertise on my wisdom or my insight checks into people. It's called Clear Eyes. And when I know I have time to use it, then I use it as I do now.
So you murmur,
my eyes, Tuea, clear my eyes so I can see.
And you feel a very faint but definitive presence of the goddess of, in this case, truth.
13.
Okay.
No, right? I know.
So,
That's crazy. Sorry, I'm just like
so look, it was not
I'm witnessing
it was
Tuea
not
work
an
her magic.
No, it was a 3. Okay, but with my plus
crazy.
10. So.
Plus 10. Shit.
Okay, so you're looking. Oh, that's right, because you have your proficiencies up now. Wow, that's beefy. Okay.
God dang.
So you're looking over. With a 13 though probably is high enough to at least get the gist of this, which is you see that there's a lot more motion in the center, and you sense an almost protective air has descended on those hard men along the sides. Titus, give me a history roll. This is something you should know.
That's a 9.
9 total. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I said 9.
I'll bump it from 10 is typically, but
Yeah.
it takes you. It's one of those things that like.
I read this. I can't remember.
Well, no, it's how many branches of government are in America? You know, and it's like it should be something incredibly simple.
Yeah.
And you're a little embarrassed, and you're glad somebody isn't asking you this. And then up through your brain, 'cause you're keeping track of a lot of stuff right now. Up through your brain swims the word that you're looking for. The house military force of the Tyranics are called the Wyverns.
Wyverns.
So these are all Wyverns that you're looking at. These are not regular legionnaires. They are their own military force, which is part of the problem in the late Empire, because there are a lot of rival military forces.
Myrmidon.
Exactly. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And you can, and in the deepening shadows of the night, although it's quite well lit, it looks like there's some sort of procession that's going out, and the motion is slow, and you see silk instead of steel leaving the ship now.
I'll point that out.
Okay. All right.
Does anyone know how many come with each of these ships?
Not clear.
Too many.
Yeah.
I agree.
But these look like, I don't know, like they're there to guard all those silks, yeah?
There are at least this could be lowball because of the darkness. There are at least 200 wyverns down there right now.
Jeez.
So this one is not from Leptis Regium. This one's from Fang Prime.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Likely they're the one who will lead the case for Leptis Regium's reincorporation to the Emperor, if she's pleased.
I think this is a multi-way deal.
I think you can gather from their colors that they are not ones that will take the conditions of freed men.
I don't think they'll even listen to their own people at this point.
It feels like they're gonna try to leverage their readmittance into Fang Prime by using us to shoehorn that.
They want to come to the table with something.
They want to join forces maybe against us. It's a great
You
possibility.
think they will capture us as a gift for re-entry?
It's not the military or the administration.
They can't do that.
As diametrically opposed as they are to us, the church is our ally here. The closest thing we'll have to it.
Perhaps some members of the church.
So are we going to just profess that we are a part of this church, that we believe in this church? Because I don't think that I want to do that.
We don't hide our
This is an
faith.
interesting interpretation of things.
Well, here's the thing for me. I believe that Quailethon exists. I do. I believe that over the centuries and millennia that people have giving him worth has given him just the barest beginning of divinity. But he's not like Tuea, where she's had eons.
We've seen you glow.
Yeah. My point is...
We get it. You got that shit on.
We're not here to try to say that Tualathon does not exist. That's not even part of our wheelhouse right now. We do not need to challenge their religion with our own budding one, or at least our own budding one.
Do we wear one of the lights then?
Huh?
Do we wear one of the lights to...
I mean, no, because I'd be lying, and I'm not going to directly lie about who I am and what I am. But I'm not going to start trying to tell them that Quaelathon ain't real. He ain't never been real. If you want to talk about a bunch of people who's going to riot on us immediately, that's going to be how it is.
So the argument on our side is there are so many unexplainable things that have happened within Leptis Regime itself, things they cannot deny because they've seen it with their eyes, things that are the work of gods or at least demons.
Potentially, yes. And something else to remember about the 12th Latas, who have the highest population here, is that the 12th Latas need to see. They need to see it to believe it. They won't believe it otherwise, and they'll come in groups of little 12s and see their things and then move on with it. If we want to start swaying anybody, the least or the likeliest people would be them, because they will be able to see what we can do, and they will not be able to explain it.
And is it not true that the ruler of Zahar is himself an avatar for a teal in another guise?
Sure.
Perhaps.
Sure.
Is that not more of an affront to the workings of Quaelathon than our sleepy little hamlet?
I don't think one is exclusive to the other. I think they can both be viable tactics.
Zahar can't grow.
No.
We will.
The other thing to think...
That's why they care about us.
But Zahar is growing.
At least Zahar is taking. They're not.
And they're not being challenged, which means they're growing.
Yeah. We are not the only chosen group. There may be others. There are others out there. So, if Leptis Region does not have a chosen group, they may be looking to have one, knowing that there's others out there to challenge them.
It's not like we can take up residence.
Mm-hmm.
We have our own borders to look to.
But perhaps there is a extension of protection and agreement somehow?
Do a service, win the will of the people.
Bend the knee.
That cult isn't coming back anytime soon, is it?
Which one?
Whoever you were fighting before.
Oh, that one. Not at least in its original form.
And that's what I'm afraid
I'm just saying they would use this as a resource, first, because they have other enemies that have chosen groups.
Sure. Just what we need to convince them is that we are better as an independent resource than have a part of the
No,
empire.
what you need to convince them of is that your continued existence and independence is beneficial for
Right.
whoever you are talking to.
Right, the independence. Yeah.
So, Zeramentum is resource rich. We only lack the capacity to move it in large quantities. They possess that.
Trade agreements could always
And saying it plainly as that will only open an invitation for them to occupy.
However,
They can't work the land. They don't understand its secrets. They
It
don't.
doesn't matter. They have the numbers and we'll move in.
You see a group detach from the wyverns, and they're in a diamond formation, and you can tell that from the torches.
Mm.
And they are beginning to move up to your ship.
Our ship?
Our ship? No.
Maybe 8 of them in the diamond, and then someone in the center.
My Lord Vaughan,
Yes.
do you prefer that I go into town to gather whatever information I can, or hide my collar and remain here?
I think you should not begin this with deception. You should be with us.
And I don't think it's your collar that they're going to take offense to. And he just kind of looks down.
I'm good with disguise. I could prop you up with a scarf or something.
I already have a cowl
Oh.
that I can rearrange.
They've heard of us now.
It is not deception, but it is an interesting statement to make for the sigil that I wear to be standing next to you.
It could also be an indication of your willingness to listen to an alternative path, to work with a slave as one who is anti-slavery. You do not look down on others' choices so much as you wish to make your own.
Yes, but
That is great.
could be.
Do I know anything about my Lady Vale's preference of wanting to be seen as neutral. I know that's kind of her go-to stance.
So House Vale's official position in all of this is neutrality.
Would me standing amongst this group, even if it's in the guise of an escort or that wouldn't be seen as neutral.
Well, so Vale
Or
is
could
she
be
is
if it's flavored right.
she is a canny, among her many talents is she is a canny political operator as well. And so far more than her enamorado over here.
Hey, what the hell are you talking about?
And
No comment.
the fact that your role currently, your assignment is narrowly defined, your detail is acting as bodyguard for a visiting patrician, is ironclad.
Okay, then that
like no one.
Basically, what I was asking was, would my character know whether I need to slink off?
Right. No,
Or I
you.
need to hide the thing.
There is no one because
not bothered with.
in theory, this is a legitimate summit that has been blessed by His Majesty to occur. So in theory,
So me standing next to him, or
it should be violence
or within
free.
his
Yeah.
group,
Should be.
showing my collar is almost saying
On the way out.
we're just here to make sure that the talks actually happen, kind of thing.
And you're not that well known. Like Indra is much better known in the city.
Sigil would be.
That sigil, yeah, the Veil sigil absolutely would be, but like you would not. Basically, you would just be looking like you were some sort of valet.
Yeah, I would look like an attendant or an administrator, and she's fine with.
They're not going to look much. They're not in this city, Melissa. They're not going to care about one more slave, basically.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too. Of like, they're definitely going to.
Good question. No, I mean,
No, it's not about me personally. It's about this.
Yeah.
The symbol.
Yeah, I was just more afraid of
Symbol
you getting.
near that symbol.
So does that give you a good idea of where you're fitting in socially?
That gives me an okay enough idea, or I guess I'm trying to also really.
Donnie can't help himself. It's a running thing.
I guess I'm also trying to figure out what my character instinctively knowing Lady Vale and all of. I know there's a whole big mess. Lady Vale's gonna show up.
Eventually, yeah.
Should I be going and preparing, or
She's
a
gonna be-
spot for her to just show up to?
Because she was on normal horse, not a horse that doesn't eat, drink, or sleep,
Or have a horn.
I
can't wait to brag about that thing.
So-
It has a horn.
Even her excellent
Apologize
steed
to
is
her.
going to have to
Yeah.
rest.
Mhm.
So she's not going to make. There's no way that she could physically make tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So I'm
okay.
not gonna
She might be
go
here.
in town and set up a place and make arrangements for a place for her to be,
No,
and
no.
immediately just walk in and crash.
It's why it was so narrowly defined.
Okay,
as
so me sticking with him
acting
actually
as-
makes
yeah.
the most.
Okay,
That's
good.
what I was trying to ascertain.
No, that's fair. This
I'm
is
like, I'm just gonna ask that above table.
This is a very complicated political situation that you're stepping into.
It's got many layers.
Just for a quick
So
note,
many
I am
layers.
tucking in the necklace at this point.
Okay, now it's time to
hide that. I just don't want that.
You
to
don't
be out
need
there.
you don't need foreign religions, empowered items from foreign religions.
Let me
wandering
ask
around.
the
It's probably a
obvious
good idea.
question. Do I hinder your progress with my presence?
No.
No, you belong with us.
We do.
I'm not going to shy away from who we are. To them, it's the same as their conditions and kneeling before it. We'll be there as ourselves. We'll be there with our faith and with
It
our
sounds
friends.
to me what is most important to all of you is to remain authentic. There is a difference between being authentically yourselves and not giving away everything in your hand.
Agreed.
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 It is not lying or deception necessarily to not reveal some things.
Yeah.
Or not reveals many things, even to some people.
Fellow Justice Codman, yes. Yes. If Lady Vale hasn't mentioned anything about the Utini, that could be yet another layer that we are actually operating on as a bastion against the Utini. They might not be aware of her involvement in that entire ordeal. Just that she came out here, was requested by something, and that's as far as it went.
In fact, given the logistics, Randy, and how compressed this timescale has been, it's actually quite likely they have no idea of the results of any of that.
Which could be yet another layer to add to the Zaha, to the Utini, to the everythings.
Wording is important.
Yeah.
Just saying that Germanton played a vital role
In
in
protecting.
holding back the Utini.
A proxy state.
Not a lie and not the full truth, but enough for them to fill in the gaps themselves.
Which in turn have a large history, a long, long history of raids across the Kogi. They don't need to know that they are no longer doing that while she's alive.
Could it be possible to say that as long as there is a Vorn, the Accord will be in balance, and without, the raids will continue?
Fair.
That still opens to occupation.
Which they will then have to contend against.
And do we mention that we have understandings with the Death Tamers at all?
No.
But we have one amongst us.
They don't know anything about her yet.
She's just missing an eye.
Just let them assume at this point whatever it is.
Someone will.
If they want to ask directly, sure, we can answer that when it comes
They have
up.
Scrivener's as well, no?
Another thing about this, too, is patricians are quite sensitive when it comes to speaking out of turn. When we do at this summit, do not speak unless spoken to, or they will find it as an offense.
Good,
Even if those trying to rise among the ranks by marriage or fear.
Good, because I think that they would instantly know where I'm from.
Well, you don't tend to hide it.
I was talking about my accent.
I know.
Ave! The lead man in that diamond shouts from below.
We hear their conditions and we give them ours. We prove our worth. We keep our independence. And if not, something will happen. Ave! And then I'll turn to kind of like, yeah, entirely.
All right. Is there a Lord Titus Vorn aboard your vessel?
Yeah. Aye! And I call out, yell.
Okay. Do you make yourself? Do you make
go
yourself
to the
obvious?
bastion, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It is pretty dark now, but the crew rushes to give you lighting, so that you can be clearly identified. And the man draws in breath to speak. The person in the center, though, is in a very nice, what looks like ermine cloak, and a hand comes out, taps him on the shoulder, and he immediately defers. The woman, it's clearly a feminine form, steps out from that. And I take it that I am in the presence of said lord.
You would be correct. And then I'll make my way down to the plank. Rather than yelling and shouting back and forth, it would be a patrician pleasantry to, when you're greeting someone's city, you know, I don't think it would be.
Would I recognize who this is?
You do not.
Do I recognize from my notes and descriptions?
You can make an insight roll.
Oh, no.
While he is doing that,
I'll help you. I'll help you.
may I
9
say from moving this point
May I
forward?
help since I looked over that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yay!
From this point forward, I'm going to do my best to keep clear eyes up for insight checks coming forward until...
It lasts 1 minute?
It lasts 1 minute.
Okay, so that means every minute you're willing to have a little bit of a glow?
Or... Well, yeah, but I'm staying up here, up top, watching out.
Okay, all right.
I can just look away for a second, just...
Okay.
Yeah, I would say for everyone to remain
small.
on.
Yeah,
17.
17. So there is a subtlety that that Titus missed as he went out. So the lady seems to be far too young. Whoever you're speaking with seems to be far too young to be the lady planner.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's who I thought it was.
But she is carrying herself. And as soon as you get there, remember, you have not met very many outside patricians.
Yeah, a few goofy ones.
One in particular, but yeah. So something for the audience to know is that your character actually has a 7th base stat, which is called Dignitas, and so that is your connection with the almost 3,000 year massive like bankroll of intent and buildup of intent that is behind the Empire in this era that is beginning to decay. Actually, it is well into decay, but it definitely still exists, and it does have mechanical import. So as you go down there, you feel like a young patrician woman who is roughly your equal, and for whatever that is. As you're looking down there, there is an interesting little thing that you catch, where when she touched the man, he had a scroll in his hand, and it's maybe very different, but you know ritual.
Oh, yeah.
Your people thrive on it, as few cultures do.
Big deal.
And you know that this young lady just stepped on the ritual.
Yep.
And the man who is a guard but also a crier,
It's like Knight's Tale.
a herald, obviously he has no choice but to demur to her in this situation.
Okay.
He is not happy about it.
I bet he is. I bet he is.
And she doesn't even, if she does clock it, she gives no indication at all, and she's just totally focused on, completely focused on you. And because you did well on that, give me a second insight check.
Ooh, baby. Okay. I'm going to use this one. Come on. Another insight, you said. 19.
No dice prison for you.
By the way, first time friends, if you're joining us, everyone gets a whisper but me, okay? So there's a lot of secrets around this table, but I will never be pleasured to any of them.
You know what? You can back off. You get scrolls. None of us get scrolls.
Yeah, and I don't get to open them. I don't get to open them for years. It's not the same.
Oh, I did get a scroll, but it was a death scroll. I thought for people to die to get a scroll.
Yeah, right?
Someone alerted
Please,
her,
the unicorn and the sword.
spilled some tea. Okay.
That's tea. That is tea, actually. I get free tea.
So
I'm not writing that down.
you're coming down. There is there is actually one woman with her inside who has mastered the art of looking stately herself, but never outshining the mistress. And she'll, in art you know well, and almost like it's floating of its own accord, there is in fact a bullseye lantern that's opened just enough at just the right height, just a way that it casts the perfect shadow across her already excellent cheekbones.
Yeah.
I know what that is.
So
It's a lantern.
No, but it doesn't being held by anything, right?
No.
Oh,
It looks like it's levitating.
Okay.
But her lady in waiting, essentially, Corey, she wore like very dark clothing, and she knows how to position herself and have the arm out.
It's trickery.
It's stagecraft. Yeah.
It's before filters on Instagram.
And
Where is my light bearer?
she does allow this lady does adhere at least to enough ritual to allow her servant to say, "Welcome, Domini. You now stand in the presence of Lady Bestia Junia Dinah Tyrinix." And the lady looks at you. So you are looking at a far.
What do I see?
You're looking at so she's a tiny bit over average height, but to you still, small, maybe 5'5", 5'6".
Huge to grip.
Yeah, huge to grip.
That's how I measure
Massive.
Her
How many grips?
she has actually, I think she has the darkest skin of any human you've ever seen. Of any purebred human you've seen before. Yeah. It looks, if Devrin has a beauty routine, and he does, this woman has an entourage.
Oh, yeah.
And so
she's what everyone really wants.
True desire to have the best
her
skincare
skin is damn near flawless. There is a hint of hazel in her brown eyes, and her aforementioned cheekbones are sharp enough to cut glass. She has a poise to her as well. It's not loud or angry, but it protects her from the night as surely as any cloak. And she awaits you. Maybe I don't know. It depends on what you're expecting, but she waits you with a perhaps surprising neutrality as you come down. You don't feel any of the aggression that one patrician can visit upon another with the dignitas. Basically, where you get probed by it to take your
eyes.
And she acknowledges you with a slight nod. The men at the front, now that she is determined that you're going to be in her presence, they part even more so that they're nowhere near you. Make another insight roll.
My favorite.
Not your best stat.
No.
That's why I'm
12.
12 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
-1.
So the two, you catch The two lead guards share just a split-second glance with each other, and they do not like that she is allowing you that physically close to her, because even though in theory they could surround you, you're chosen, so you could probably cut down all 8 of them. But
I don't want to.
They couldn't.
They
couldn't stop you from attacking her.
Yeah.
This
So
was
it's
not really-
it's a really, really unique sign of trust, and that kind of established that I was
it's
not
a little
expecting.
surprising. No, yes,
Yeah,
it's-
that's what I was saying. Is he's
maybe
probably a
got
little bit
arranged.
taken aback, and then as he was kind of noticing that formality, he'll bow, Tyler, but
And as you bow, then she, inch for inch, matches you in a picture perfect.
yeah, like a
curve.
mirroring. I was thinking it'd be that. Yeah, she's gonna try to out patrician me, and that's probably gonna happen. I am
least
not
you
good.
admit it. I mean,
I carry some people's bags,
And then finally make a perception roll. And since you're really close to her, I'll lower. Do you want to lower the DC or do you want to do it with advantage? Either way is fine with me.
I like rolling extra
Advantage?
dice.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, baby.
or click like dice.
Oh, double 17s.
Hey.
16. Yeah, that's great.
So, she has not. She has not put her hood down yet. Flip that back yet. And now something clicks. You don't understand all of it, but there is a very strong reason why it's coming only to her left side, because on the right side, as she moves with the 17, there's a glitter, and there are scales on the right side of her face.
Kid?
And in the dark, I mean, presumably the rest of you are watching this, but yeah, you haven't.
Yeah, I would imagine that you guys would come down eventually, kind of behind me, or Marcus to stay on the ship.
Do you or do you?
No, actually,
Do you
no.
ask? Yeah.
I'll have you guys stay
I'm not
there.
sure what
The
you
more
guys-
that I start picturing you
This is
guys,
patrician. Yeah.
the more I start picturing you guys walking down, I'm like, oh, this is.
observing.
Yeah.
No, you're observing. You have not come down yet, though. Yeah.
She's come down a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Behind.
So you made landfall then.
Respectably behind.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly the place that she knows she should be.
That makes perfect sense.
Whatever that is.
No, that makes perfect sense to me. Your character has been trained for winters after winters after winters.
Yes,
in this
I'm
kind of
more
protocol.
familiar with this than probably
Than I am.
anybody else. She might,
Yeah.
and she's probably aware of that by now.
You catch, again, no roll needed for your character, Melissa. You catch the nod of trust in allowing him that close.
Is she the only silk? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. She says, "My mother, the lady planner, would very much like to speak with thee, if that's possible, my lord."
Before the summit tomorrow. It's quite unorthodox for Lady Planner.
Actually, the opposite, but you'll find that about her soon enough.
I know Livy's been in contact with them. Would you like to speak tonight?
At your earliest convenience.
Oh, is there a place for us to grant residence, or should we stay on the ship?
If you like. She looks over at the camp. It's quaint. And you see this huge, this huge thriving beehive over here of activity that she's deeming quaint.
Yeah.
Massive.
Doesn't it? Quaint. Well, allow me a few moments to get my party together.
Of course. And she gives you again a little nod, like maybe like a quarter of a bow, to acknowledge that. Takes a step back, and the men this is like just drilled.
Yeah.
They reform the diamond, and she doesn't look back either. Like she's just pointing back to the camp. And
Can I insight her when she's offering us
go for it.
this party to stay in?
I also want to
the
insight
military
that
camp?
immediately.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Dual insight. Let's go. The
I
two
think it
must.
was try insight.
Did your boys take off or are they on the ship still?
Huh?
Come on, girl.
Your little threesome of crew. Your little.
They're still on the ship.
Yeah, they're still on the ship.
To be honest, it would be like more or less to refuse a place of staying. Like that would make it look like we don't trust them.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I just meant we don't.
Oh yeah.
What do we get?
Yeah. 14.
Yeah. 13.
29.
Yeah.
20.
29.
You.
I got a 19.
You got a 19 on it.
Nice.
19 on the die.
stole some of our numbers.
I just added my own.
And you are.
The DC was 30 for you.
And you all, since three of you won't go individually, but I'll just say, like, you're specifically looking for danger here,
Yes.
or a malicious intent.
Yes.
Okay. So 13, 14, you are not detecting that, but you are also, both of you are keen enough observers of human nature, Rossini and Mitra, that you know that a studied politician could BS her way through that moment.
Well, I'm looking for malicious intent, but I'm primarily checking of, is this normal among patricians?
Oh, go for it.
Is
Randy.
this just polite, or is this?
I'm sorry. A while ago, Jilty gave us 5 membership subs, and
Thank you, Jilty.
Yes. Jilty.
Thank you.
thank you, Jilty. That's all.
No, you're good. So yeah, I'm checking for, is this usual? Is this normal? Is this just being polite among patricians? Or is this a tactical advantage to have potentially your enemy
So fifth edition
surrounded by your own?
Fifth edition doesn't really have an etiquette role, but I would say that'd be closer to history. I'll let you keep the insight. I mean, that's fine though. That's close too. So this seems friendly, but not crazy, because again, the summit is the camp. In theory, the camp is the safest place in in the
You're
region.
not trying
right
to
now.
pull a big city fast one on the country patrician.
Are you saying I'm kind of a bumpkin?
No, that
I'm watching his back.
right. That no. That this is friendly, but it is not. They did not have to come over and introduce themselves. Basically, at the ship.
That's true.
There's some politics about to go on here.
Oh yeah.
They're cutting right to the chase.
But
Some
you
negotiation.
you are certain that before she ever made landfall here, that the Lady Planner was all over the place in this city, and there is no world in which this is her first stop.
Yeah.
There are many things that have
hoist the
already been
flag
set in
higher.
motion.
That makes sense.
And then with a 29, so you looking for
You see the same thing.
you're looking for a malicious. If you're trying to look for
Malicious intent, satisfaction that they brought, like satisfaction mingled with malicious intent. Like I got him to agree,
Like eating a cup.
and then no mingled.
All right, so we're getting 2 whispers in one.
Everyone gets the tea, but me.
Firewick candles.
Shop of many things.
Keeps knocking over my
Sister Street.
Oh, come on.
mage hand die here.
Take everything.
My floating die.
Okay.
Mage hand. Now I gotta.
It doesn't look like it floated now.
So, just to end, as we come toward the end of the session, want to give us good purchase for next time. So, you gather your things up. You say a hasty but probably heartfelt farewell to the crew of the Francus. Antigone gives you a hug if you
absolutely.
If you allow her.
Are they taking us back?
No.
Oh, okay. We don't have.
No, they have their
armor
armor
off. Then pack that away.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No.
That's what I was saying about.
Yeah, no, you're pulling up stakes, man. You're pulling up stakes because remember they're always in motion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you want to rate? So the summit's going to go on for at least 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. Do you want them to? Because she is going to come out, so she could do like just a really quick golf run and then.
Yeah,
come
that's
back.
what I was thinking. That they were like on part of the trip and they were knowing that to bring us back. Because I would prefer it to
You
be
want to
them.
have a pick up a little.
They are
way
not.
away?
So that was not the original plan, but Antigone, Captain Antigone, is more than happy to alter that.
Yeah.
Force because they basically have already made their run, so they're a little bit on a lull, and she's trying to decide what to do.
Mhm.
All right, so she tells you, well, sure, darling, I'll be back in 2 days then.
Yeah.
And
Marcus paid the
One quick
Yeah, that's what
aside
I do.
before they depart.
okay, so everyone else pulls up stakes. She gives you a quick hug and tells you, keep your chin up, darling. And don't let them burn you.
I have a gift for you. No.
Oh, I love gifts.
If you'll accept it. Do you have a candle?
Couple, yeah.
Can I have one?
You need a candle?
I do.
Doesn't sound like a gift, Marcus.
It will be a gift in a moment.
All right.
taking the things.
Will this old raggedy thing do?
What's it look like?
Looks like a raggedy
Raggedy.
candle.
Nothing like Briarwick candles available on
I'm gonna go out of the public view.
Okay.
Into like the hallway. Be like, dearest
passageway. Okay.
Yes, dearest Dwyer, please allow this candle to burn with your splendor until you deem it otherwise. And just gonna wrap it up into a continual flame.
Okay. So normally in stock D&D, you would need a ruby to do that. However, you do not.
Oh, you knew that for that. I thought the ring took care of that. But fair enough.
Yep. No, because it is that is a consumable item.
Understood.
Yep. Okay. You feel this miracle happening in the world of muscle and blood. If you think about it, I mean, so much of D&D magic in a very gritty world, which this is, would be like freakish and miraculous. So you now have a source of continuous light in a world before electricity. And where lighting something could be the difference between survival and death. And you may, where do you set it down?
I'm gonna hold it in my hand.
And the light does have a slight warm, like it will always have a slight warm golden.
But it won't ever burn anything. You can never snuff it out.
Yep.
Like, you can stop it
Put a cloak on
keep
it.
the...
For all intents, it is a hologram.
Yes.
Yep.
Hologram.
It's a little weird how they changed that spell, but yes.
Yeah.
So you would want her to go down below decks with you then?
Yes.
Okay.
Antigone, you have been so helpful to us. I wanted to give this to you, a blessing of Tuea, a light that never goes out, that will never burn, that will never stop, until it has been dispelled by greater magics than ours.
Are you sure that it's appropriate for me to have that kind of thing?
Just snuff it when you go.
No, I mean, like, that's not, like blasphemous or something.
Why would it be blasphemous?
I'm not a believer in your goddess, Marcus.
It's all right. You've done us a kindness.
I've done a lot of people a kindness.
She wants to give it back.
Well, I suppose if you're certain.
I am.
And she is a goddess, so if she didn't want it to be there,
it wouldn't have done.
It wouldn't have happened that way. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
I like you.
I appreciate that.
I like you a lot, and I hope to see you again sometime.
I care about y'all, and we've had a wild road ourselves, but I'm glad I had enough court politics to last me 3 lifetimes already down in the Lagasa Isles, so I don't ever need any of that crap again.
I just want to get back to my pig pen. That's all I want to do. My family, my pig pen.
Do you think 25 winters is too soon to be thinking about retirement?
Like 3 winters too late, actually.
Okay.
Come to Germant and retire with us. We love you. Use your fingers, try to snuff it.
Huh?
Use your fingers, try to snuff it. You just know it won't burn, you just tried it, so do it.
She looks around to make sure nobody's watching her.
No one's watching, do it.
She puts it in her mouth, so it lights up the mouth.
Hell yeah.
And then she just starts laughing, and she's like, "All right, you toodaloo, my little kangaroo, and I will see you
2 days.
See you,
hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see.
With any luck.
Be safe."
Jinx, you owe me a
So
cola.
you follow Lady Bestia Junia Dinah Tyranix and her entourage.
Just one quick.
Make it quick.
It's very quick. As we're like,
I take the
I overheard you say.
You take the candle.
Take this mine now.
I overheard you say that you wouldn't mind taking Zahar. Did you mean it?
Oh, you talked to
Antigone.
To Antigone. I wouldn't mind decapitating Zahar. I ain't gonna set up shop there, darling.
No, but
No, he's a rat. That man in charge there is a rat bastard, and he's a menace to the rest of his chosen. So yeah,
that may be a result of this summit. Maybe.
I wouldn't cry at night. Okay. So she nods.
Nominal support.
Nominal support. Well, maybe more. Maybe
That's
more.
what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
Okay. So you follow. Well done, actually. You follow the lady and her entourage out. And Grip, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception.
That for me.
Yeah.
That's a 17 minus 2 for 15.
Okay. So at some point, this is nighttime.
Awesome.
This is nighttime, which does fundamentally alter it. She is in the middle of all these torches, so it's not quote unquote dim light, so no disadvantage. However, at one point, as she's walking, you're like, why is her right cheek glittering? And
his breath will catch as he notices. I do have a cloak on. I'm not a shirt, but I do have a cloak on.
And as soon as that, it like clicks, like she had all the rest of her body, not unusual for a patrician woman, but all the rest of her body is clothed. All right, and the light only ever, no matter how her lady moves, the servant is just always fixed right there. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
I love that.
You approach the camp, and carrying on the wind. Actually, this doesn't even have to carry. There is so the daughter with the poise and the fluidity and all of that is like a candle to the sun, as you can feel you're approaching the presence of, well, the equal of your legendary grandsire.
Oh, okay.
And it makes you realize that there are levels to this, because you had assumed that his feeling was the cap of what Dignitas could be, i.e. a 20.
Yeah.
And if this is the Lady Planner, how much more the patriarchs of the great houses, how much more the Emperor, because these things come just as much from station as from the individual. But on her own recognizance, you can feel her filling this area
with aura.
As some hapless, as the quartermaster, the Leptis Regium quartermaster has the unenviable task of attempting to work through a moment with her.
Hilarious.
And you hear her voice, and you can feel her. I neither sleep in my clothes nor with them. I require one tent for my wardrobe and one for me.
That's so different.
Am I speaking Olga? I'll make the arrangements. We'll shuffle people around. Of course you will, darling. And the man runs off.
Yes.
Crushed, defeated, and in contravention of what his legate told him how things had to be.
Hilarious.
And as one patrician sensing another, as you come up, and this you did not know, even Lady Vale hasn't displayed this particular ability before.
Mm-hmm.
You see the head start to turn, and then you're looking at what should be an unlikely distance, and yet is not.
Yeah.
And she draws you right to her. These dark, they have none of the hazel of her daughter. These are two obsidian.
Oh wow.
Hard obsidian eyes, looking at you. She's also much taller than her daughter. She's about 5'10".
Also super dark skin and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I was like, is that not her daughter? But yeah. Yeah, if Titus knows that it would be appropriate to enter, he would still wait for the daughter to kind of invite him in to that kind of situation, standing on station.
And that, friends, is where we will pause the tale. As you encounter, perhaps we will see the most formidable antagonist of the Chronicle. Perhaps not. Faraway friends, it has been an honor to bring you back into the world of Terra and back into the campaign of Gold, Green, and Red. And we are now at the point where dreams can bleed.
Should have rubbed the unicorn in.
What's
up, dude?
So thank you so much for your time and your care and your generosity. We deeply appreciate all of those. Go check out our Patreon if you are so moved. There are many wonderful things happening over there. And in fact, when that camera cuts, we are going to continue to yap for a bit. And we do what in the home game was learning curve, and then we will post that to Patreon. We'll see with light editing or not, or maybe no editing, depends on how crazy we get. And you can go comment and join us over there. Otherwise, it has been a true pleasure to be back in the saddle on this campaign, if a little bit intimidating.
If you have any questions about the Prior Creek, comment, and we'll tell you.
Yes.
We'll tell you about
if there any, if anything, I almost broke in when we were talking about the religions, and I was like, the flow's too good. We're just gonna go with that. So yeah, if please, and I'll post more about the religions in the comments too. Good call, Donnie.
And vote for MVP in the comments.
And
100%.
vote for MVP in the comments. Now's your chance. We're just gonna get that ritual going. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Take care, and we will see you next time.
Bye.